Yeah, I'm chilling.
Alright, hopefully everything works. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boba Bash Playoffs here. We're in the quarterfinals for our very first series for the night, and it is going to be Ice Fishers, the first seed, the undefeated team, versus Rozo Paradox, a team that didn't know that they would be here until the last week. We will see how everything does end up matching, though, because I'm Rhodes, joined with Luna, and we are here for a good one. Luna, how are you feeling as part of your org is playing in this match, and they're versing a juggernaut of Ice Fishers?
Glad playoffs has been started. It's been a long 8 weeks or 7 weeks of regular season. Let's just hope Paradox is ready for this absolute super team of Ice Fishers.
Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting in general to see how everything ultimately does get started off on, especially since we are going to be starting off on the Ice Fishers map pick of Corrode, and we have seen Corrode go a variety of ways ultimately so far. So I'm very intrigued to see if Paradox can get off to a good start as these picks are being locked in, and we might be seeing ISO here as a Sage is also going to be used here by Paradox.
Yeah, looks like more of a default style comp coming out of Ice Fishers, and I can't wait to see how the will be used as a single senti.
Now, we'll get that waylay eventually. On the other side, though, it is going to be the Neon for Vinyls. We'll see how they can ultimately play. We know Vinyls is a very capable duelist a lot of the time, but I'm very intrigued to see how everything ultimately will go because it is a double controller setup. It is a Viper, it is an Omen, and there's going to be not much space being able to take for a lot of these attacking players. So I'm very intrigued to see how both of these teams play with that controller setup. As we're going to get into this game, this one is about to start. The playoffs are now.
Oh,
Ice Fishers starting off on attack. Defense will be Paradox. A few of these teams have gotten quite a bit of different acquisitions from the teams that have been eliminated too. So keep an eye on Turtle, and I believe Captain is not originally on Ice Fisher. I could definitely be wrong, but either way, I mean, we'll see how these players can match up on these new teams and see if they can be that difference maker.
Also see how they push onto this A site or even mid.
That RZ has to be a bit careful here as they're just going to look to push through. Rod will get hit by that paranoia, but no one will fall just yet as they will drop back as the slow A hit should surely come very soon. What will Rod decide to do is Turtle actually finds to pick up their own, but will get traded right back by the Ice Fishers. A very nice start as they're going to get this A site for free, and only one casualty as Turtle and Rod do fall.
That was really unfortunate. Both your A players go down. Now it's just an open free site for Ice Fishers setting up for their post plant.
Fortunately, I already messed up. I forgot to put something up, so just ignore the score for a second, everybody, as this round does continue here. It's going to be a 4 versus 3. Slowly, they're looking to attack this site. 3 players are going to look to defend as they have to rotate all the way back around here. We'll see if they can clutch up this round, but it is so hard to even fight this. There are just 2 players against 4, and they will all fall. It's very nice when it starts off.
What a rounder. What a kickoff to playoffs. It's going to be a great series.
I knew I forgot something. Gosh darn it. Defense. Sorry,
That plant spot. That plant spot is just so broken too. They had 4 people sitting outside. It's just a death trap unless you have some type of wall.
Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't much opportunity for them to be able to go anywhere there, and we'll see if they can figure it out in this next round. But of course, it's still going to be quite difficult with not much space being open around the map. As I fixed it, yippee. How will everything ultimately look to go? They're just going to be attacking the site. These defenders cannot defend it whatsoever with these upgraded guns. Everyone will look to fall. What can Aberrate do, though? Tries to find one as well. I mean, everything is going the attack's way. I mean, they're just able to glide up anywhere they really want. And now it's going to be a 4 versus 2. Vinos is super low on HP, so there is the opportunity to potentially upgrade on weapon, but I just don't really see how they're going to be able to do that. They might just be looking to die the bomb. Vinyl's good to look to fight it anyway. Will fall, so Turtle picks up another kill in this game. But again, what are you going to do here? I mean, look at the positioning from Ice Fishers on this B site. It is another win for them, but slightly expensive.
Yeah, that's a Bulldog and a Stinger down. Hopefully Paradox can use that to their advantage next round when they find another one.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, this is where the game kind of does start, as Ice Fishers will be able to find those old orbs. That's absolutely massive for Jacktron and Captain, so not bad for them overall. They can start getting those ultimates slowly up, but overall, I mean, a pretty good eco for the side of Paradoxes. We'll see how this next round does look to conclude. It is going to be another A-ish mid type hit for them, and we know how much aggression they want to put on these players. If they can find one singular pick, find that gun upgrade, this is looking a bit scary.
Yeah, on Corrode mid's just a great area to take for these pushes.
Yeah, and we'll see what they decide to do. They're just looking to take space almost everywhere right now as Turtle and Rod are looking to defend this A area. Of course, Ice Fishers are just so relentless with the space that they try to take overall. And I'm very intrigued to see if everything can go the way they potentially want to. Vinyls here with the Stinger will be spot out, so that mid pressure that they have will slightly be stifled overall, as it looks like this mid push is going to look to potentially happen very soon. Of course, Vinyls does have the Stinger, but no, they're going to look to put their aggression back into this A site. Only 2 players are here. It is Turtle. It is Rod. Turtle's going to look for the first pick. Will whip a bit, but Rod does have some help, but has to be careful now. They're in a very peculiar situation and will fall all the way back. It's going to be a 4 versus 4.
The opening pick, 1-for-1.
My audio is breaking, but that's okay, as it's going to be 4v4 trying to retake the site. Aberrate behind the box, going to play a bit late here. We'll see how everything does eventually decide to go. They're just watching, waiting for their opportunity here. What can they potentially do off this peak? Aberrate going to look for 1, finds 2, but will it be enough though? Because now the player advantage is still only 2 versus 2. Weapons are in the hands here of Ice Fishers. They have so many opportunities to potentially win this round here. They're going to look at peak. Will be able to find 1, so 1 versus 1. Instead falls. It's Ice Fishers going up 3-0 in this game as they're able to win the almost thrifty, not thrifty. Either way, Jacktron 4-1.
That was an insane behind the box. Omen was played that perfectly, baiting for his teammate and then just getting all those kills and all the damage on Zed to like help his team close off the round. That's a huge round to get those guns down out of Paradox's hands.
Forces them now onto an eco, and that bonus absolutely beautiful here for Ice Fishers. We'll see how they can continue, because like I mentioned, if they can find a gun upgrade, it can bite Paradox in the butt, and that's exactly what ended up happening here. But you never know what can subside. You never know how Paradox will look to rebuttal after that last round, as it looks like it's going to be a potential B hit in this game right here. A few little fight and shimmers of just poking around what the Ice Fishers do, just keeping their options open. That's something that's been good for them. They're really keeping their options open around the map.
Yeah, also looking at how Zed's playing mid, he just does not want to give it up.
Fair enough. It is the most important part of the map. Is Piff here in this position, won't get hit by the Nightfall, will use Trigger Discipline. Can you find one? Will let another one go by. Should be able to find a pick. Can you find a second? No, the Stinger betrays you with that range, as Jacktron able to find Turtle in the middle of the map. All the smokes are gone now, and now the run and gun will not be able to find enough. Ice Fishers with a double heal for Vinyls. It's all up to Rod. It is essentially an ace. It's not though, but Aberrated picked up the final pick. Only Mio falls.
Honestly, where Piff was, I was expecting him to shoot at least the second guy. The second guy that came in, I think it was the Fade, and then go into the Omen. But with this Trigger Discipline, he doesn't have the right weapon for it, and now he just gave up his like a great position to use later in the game.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what they're going to do to get back into this one here, because they are just in a bit of a rough position, but you never know what can happen. The ultimates are starting to come up for them. They're starting to have some opportunities. Rod specifically, with that Convergent pass, could make things extremely interesting. The Vinyls will make their will get past the mid area into a bit of a scuffed one here, but on the other side, Captain able to find a pick of their own. Absolutely huge for Ice Fishers. Again, they find a first blood, and there's no one on the A site. The only one close is Piff, and there's no way you try and solo defend this, right? What are we doing here? Piff gonna look for the fight. Will find Vinyls anyway, and is looking for more. Can you find some extra juice? Just because, why not? Jacktron will fall the Piff as the paranoia hits, but I don't know if it's enough at this point. Piff will eventually fall, and they will regain the player count lead. Piff playing hero, as it's all up to Santi. We should have asked how to say this name.
Santi, yeah, Santi.
Santi continues here. Can you find the potential pick? And won't be able to do it. Piff almost playing spoiler, but the rest of Ice Fishers rally.
That was just really unfortunate. Piff trying to play the hero. He was able to find the picks, but doesn't have the like teammate or util to support him. He took the gamble, and it looks like it didn't pay out in his favor.
Yeah, and I mean, we will see if Paradox can just figure out some way back into this now, though, because 5-0, it's looking rough. But of course, this is the Ice Fishers map, so there is that grain of salt, but there's only so much grains you can ultimately spread on this absolute destruction at the current moment. 4 ultimates in the Ice Fishers' hands, only 2 in Paradox, and of course, only some of them can realistically be used here. As a very nice haunt will spot out the Sage. My voice is already going here. Mid, Aberrated gonna have some trouble and will fall. So that's a huge pick for Paradox. Gives themselves that player advantage. Finds a weapon for them to use as well. But will it be enough here? Piff playing in this hell position will be able to find one. The Overdrive won't be able to find much use just yet, as even Jacktron's in a bit of trouble, and suddenly this round's not going good at all for Ice Fishers. Won't be able to find any value with the Overdrive, and this is just going so well. Mio, though, looking to play in a 1 versus 4, make it a 1 versus 2 on a triple, needs an ace to win this, but of course, guess what ultimate you have? The only use you can get out of it, it is the From the Shadows. We'll see how fast Paradox realizes that it can be used, as slowly we'll make our way to the A site.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Paradox, I'm insta-rotating. I have, like, wouldn't you feel it in your gut? Hey, there's an Omen ult on board. Yeah. I guess not, and see how they can retake this as a 2v1.
Yeah, and not the craziest amount of util to retake this. I mean, we can see how they want to do it. The Haunt will be need to use first just to clear a few things out, but Mio is going to take the aggressiveness. Rod has to be a bit careful here. Might get caught off track. Will get one. Can you find Zell? You can! It's an ace for Mio! ZRZ cannot find the kill, and Mio picks up the clutch in essentially a 1 versus 4. It's 6-0.
What a clutch. He stepped up to the plate and said, hold up, we are not giving up this round. I honestly, as a side of Paradox, like not to be rude, but what are we doing? We have stingers and we're trying to peek him on an elbow, trying to give him a 1v1 with a stinger, and he's gonna win that every time with the better weapon.
They just were not paying attention enough. They did not expect the over-aggression, which, I mean, in a 1 versus 2, that's generally what they try to do. But anyhow, we'll see how they try to look to combat this, as Vinyls gives away their life. A free kill for Turtles. And that will give them an opportunity in this round. Of course, they can buy. They have bots into this one, so ideally they will be able to play a bit better, as that Steel Garden is going to hit. Turtle has to be a bit careful here. In a peculiar position. Should get shot in the butt, but will stay alive for now at 3 people on site now for Ice Fishers. How will Paradox look to combat it? They have so many spread players around the map, and they're just going to go way too slow, but Captain able to find a double of their own, and that is absolutely massive. As I clicked the wrong person, my apologies for losing that clip. Santi will be able to revive Turtle, though, which is absolutely massive to continue this round slowly. People are just hunting for any sort of information. Omen will be able to find a bit. Piff finds Captain right through the smoke, and it will leave Jacktron all alone in a 1 versus 4. Surely this round is over, and Rod finds it. It's the first round win here for Paradox. They'll take that every step of the way.
Paradox played that really well. Able to find out how Vinyl is wanting to take this mid, and we're able to stack right where he entries every time. Gets a good read by an IGL, or even just as a player, to find out where their duelist wants to entry all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Violence has to keep it a bit cleaner, though. Now has died early in these rounds twice and hasn't found essentially any value with it. So we'll see if we'll see the cleanup happen, as Ice Fishers will be left to 1 ult in this round. 2 ultimates available for Paradox, but every gun will be by ZRZ with that Odin with half armor still alive. So I'm very intrigued to see if it can find any mid value, as right now Ice Fishers are positioned towards the B site / mid.
Waited out the I mid. Looks like they're gonna take this mid as a team.
Oh, it didn't hit, but that Haunt will give a bit of information. But again, this is a bit of a slower round we're seeing from them.
Getting the footsteps, knowing that he is top mid.
Will force out all the utility now of this fade. Nothing really left to use for ZRZ. Has to be a bit careful, but is so confident in this position. But with that paranoia, with that stun, surely will fall here. But no, gets help from Santi, and things will fall on the other side. It's trades going back and forth, and it will be a 2 versus 3 favoring Paradox for now, as Rod gonna rotate over. They will hear this rotate, so has to be a bit careful. Aberrated, are you going to still look and pay attention enough? No, you will not. Rod finds another pick, and it's all up to Captain in this finale here. It's looking like another round here for Paradox, unless we can see some more heroics. Rod will be able to find the shots. 8-6-2 now on this Waylay, topping their team.
I like the kind of style they just ran. Slowed it down from this like heavy aggressive push from Ice Fishers. It's just unfortunate that Zed and them were able to hold them down mid, and then I don't know who came in from the back, like from behind on the B site, but finding those trades was huge to break down Paradox's economy just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately it wasn't enough, but now it actually gives a bit of scarce to this Ice Fishers team. They are 1 round away from potentially needing to save, and Piff with this Viper's ult, this hit will be able to lock down the B site. I don't believe that hit as much of the site as you might want, but it will do its job, just annoying Ice Fishers a bit. But I feel like it can definitely be played through here still, because it not taking much room. But Jacktron will actually take quite a bit of damage from poke, so everything starting off well for Paradox overall.
I think this Viper pit is just like, hey, this is my B site, do not even try to touch it. More of a aggressive type of Viper ult.
Yeah, 'cause you never know if they're like pushing them into it. That can be what you do, but it doesn't look like they are going to use it that way. But either way, we'll see what Vinyls ultimately does decide to do if they try and fight the Viper overall. Slowly, we're pushing up mid again. We have seen this many times now. But again, it's another slow round here for Ice Fishers.
Will Zed be able to use this Odin? I mean, paper thin walls on this map.
It doesn't seem likely at the moment. We're going to get that smoke down mid, and it's going to look to be an A hit here. Turtle and Rod once again going to need to defend. It doesn't have much help, so how will you figure out these opening engagements? Of course, you have that Nightfall to use for that post plant, but can you use it now? Vinyls will slide into the wall and instantly fall here. Now, how will the other engagements work? Turtle has a very nice positioning. Aberrate in a bit of trouble as Captain will be able to find one. Viper's pick comes out for the other team, and the Nightfall Rod can't defend it enough. More aggression being put down to ZRZ now with this Odin. Can just fire upon these members. The spike will be planted, but will it be enough? It's a 2 versus 3 as everything is now in the hands of it. And look at those paper thin walls trying to really abuse it on the site, but just really can't find the right angle they ultimately want as the time is ticking more and more. Can you find these picks? Can you potentially get what you ultimately need in this? And it's going to be really good for them. It's only one player remaining. It's the Viper on the opposite side. They have to guess the 50-50, but just kidding. They can just fight it anyway. Aberrate all left alone. It will be able to find 2. What a clutch from Ice Fishers. Aberrated 9-5-5. Somehow they win another round.
What a throw by Paradox. We have 2 players alive, and all you have to do is, hey, is Santi, or for Zed to tell Santi, hey, trust me on this one. I know he's coming link. Get on the bomb. Get the half. Get some type of, like, help for his team. They need the rounds that both of them holding was just unfortunate.
Yeah, and we're going to be getting our first timeout of the game for Ice Fishers. They're really not liking how close these rounds are, and I don't blame them. I mean, another round where Paradox should have won, but Ice Fishers were able to clutch it out, so maybe clean it up a bit more. We'll see what they ultimately talk about, but that's 7-2 lead. I mean, it is hard to get past.
Very hard, especially on this map. It is attack-sided, so you kind of want to maximize the amount of rounds you can get. But I'm honestly concerned about Paradox's, like, comp on the attack side. It looks very slow, and, like, it's only the Fade allowing support for the Waylay, so I'm kind of excited to see how they use it.
One of my favorite types of comps called let Sage plant and then use that Sage wall. It's my favorite type of gameplay. Of course, potentially if they decide to use it that way. I feel like Sage can be used on a number of different things in this map pick, but we'll see. Like you said, it's a bit slow. I mean, Rod is going to need to get a lot of help. Really, not really fitting the team composition the Waylay is. I mean, just doesn't have the correct util. Ultimately just has that paranoia to really help them push across, so I'm intrigued to see what happens there, but we still have 3 rounds left of this first half, so we'll have to get there first as Vinyls finds Turtle. That's an absolutely massive pick, and now that pushes Rod off this A site. Nightfall will be used as well. I would say this is a picture perfect start here for Ice Fishers,
especially getting the smokes down. I've always said it, smokes 1 round.
I mean, yeah, I mean, losing the smoke is very unfortunate, but Vinyls gets picked off through the smoke. That's huge. And now Mio has no teleports remaining and just gets killed by Piff as well. Huge kills through the smoke. Waylay ult will be used. The convergent pass won't be able to find any targets as Captain will be swallowed off. We'll be able to find one though, but ZRZ finds the trade. Aberrate, can you clutch it out? Again, it's a 1 versus 2, but unfortunately it's looking difficult, but Santi has to be clean, has to be careful. Will get at the half. Can you find the pick? Yes. Paradox will not throw another round. Santi finds this one to Sage, finds enough value.
Oh, finally. I mean, yeah, he didn't get the half, or like at the beginning, but he gave a little more trust to Zed, saying, hey, I believe in you, and luckily he was able to clutch up the round. But again, looking so close, like really close rounds. It can go either way.
I mean, either way is really an understatement right now. I mean, with how close these rounds are, like, it is just a flip-flop 50-50 yin-yang type round deal, as Ice Fishers are going to actually go to their first eco round in quite a while. I mean, very intrigued to see how they ultimately perform, but Best case scenario here for the... Oh, Ice Fishers will get taken down by ZRZ. Getting caught by the haunt is not what you want to do. And that should, ideally, definitely finish off any hope that Ice Fishers have for this eco. As, I mean, getting a 7-5, I would say, is pretty good for Paradox. But that winning that pistol round on the next half is going to be crucial.
Very crucial. Getting the money early, especially on that attack-sided map. I'm excited to see if Piff uses another trigger discipline with the Stinger.
Yeah,
I've played with him before, and that's kind of what his go-to is, hey, I'll let you walk past me because I'll kill 3 of your teammates.
I mean, hey, it worked out until it didn't, you know? That's just how it works, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, this round is just looking so hard. I don't know what Ice Fishers are going to do. They have to die eventually, and it looks like they're probably just going to force down A, I would assume, at this point. But, hey, I mean, it is what it is. You just kind of take the death on the head and play for next round, and not a bad one here for Paradox to win. They don't lose almost anything unless, of course, there's some funny business going on. But with 25 seconds left, it's looking over.
Bro's trying to put in a manifest a caster curse here, but
always
Zed with that Odin makes me kind of jealous as a scan main. I don't get that.
Captain will find the kill. Oh no, that was very interesting. This round should still be over. No way Mio able to clutch this one out with 5 seconds left. Will be able to potentially get the plant down as Mio saves it. Wait a minute. Will survive as well. Can this Omen do the impossible? Can you find this pick? The paranoia will hit. Captain able to find a kill. It's all up to Rod, and Ice Fishers win this round. What just happened? Mio and Captain clutch out another one. It's 8-3.
What did I just tell you? Oh, Rhodes, you just... I
didn't do anything.
No, but that round was really great. Like, by Ice Fishers, able to like speed up. A little luck on their side, getting those picks. I think the big decider there was Piff not finding the kill on the planner. But the Stinger, again, trigger discipline is not always the way to go.
Yeah, I can't believe Mio and Captain were able to do it again. I mean, it is just absolutely, like, it is just the playoff lights. They're in their head, and Paradox, unfortunately, just can't handle the pressure at the end of the day. As this time, 5 weapons of Ice Fishers are coming down Paradox, which they do also have weapons. This is the last round of the half, but we'll see how else it can go. Overdrive is available for Vinyls. Will push in, and the resurrection is gone. So is Piff. ZRZ will be able to find a pick of their own. Rod able to find a few. Not bad at all, and suddenly it's favoring Paradox once again here. They will be able to get this plan down, ideally, but they will hold off on it. We'll see what they want to do. Potentially heading towards the A site. It looks like that is going to be the plan, as Rod clutching in and keeps this round alive for Paradox. But we've seen what they've done with numbers, and it is not pretty, but you never know, you know?
Yeah. Looks like or Viper, I don't know how to say that name. I'm not going to butcher it.
Aberrated.
Aberrated just looking for a nice flank. Possibly might find Zed if he's unaware.
Zed is very aware here. We'll hear the fall down too, and it is completely free here. A round that they should have won last time will ideally win this time around. Nightfall will be able to be used, but with that haunt, it's over. ZRZ able to pick this one up. 10, 11, and 8 has the most assists in the game, but unfortunately, Paradox are down 4-8. Not an ideal position, but you never know what can happen next, as this one is going to be very interesting. A pistol round they desperately need.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm down 8-4. Now we get to see how this comp will work. It looks like they're going to default this Viper wall towards A, and let's just hope something clicks in their brain saying, hey, let's wake up. We know the lights are bright right now in playoffs, and let's show something, because I know Paradox is a really great team. Haven't showed it with their record, but the amount of hours I've seen these guys put in scrims is a ton of hours.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be very interesting to see how everything does look to go for the rest of this, as it looks like Ice Fishers are going to push down mid as they're on the defense now, just making a lot of noise, just try and let this team know, hey, don't fight us here, as the rest will look to come forward. It's a B hit here right now for the side of Paradox. The smoke will be quite annoying as Jacktron will take a forward position. This could be a potential death here. Rod will peek out, gets hit in the head, but survives for now.
It looks like they're rotating off this pretty fast. Omen getting a ton of information for his team right now.
Neo has a really nice position here. Won't get hit by the hunt. Will they notice? Will they pay attention? Now ZRZ will fall. Can you find anything else? Neo won't be able to find another pick, but is a beautiful start here for them. They find a lot of damage, and overall it's even around the map right now. Now Aberrated in a very nice position, can potentially look to play spoiler in this round. The rest of these players are also going to be on the site. It is going to be mayhem here in just a moment. One will fall for now. Can you find anything else? As all of Ice Fishers are winning this one. It's 9-4, and everything is going their way.
Wow. I don't know what to say. They proved why they're a #1 seed, and the big dogs from the Group 1, they're just not letting off no more. Like, that retake was, or not even retake, just that fight was flawless. Able to, I mean, kind of unfortunate for Paradox pushing into a stack site, but just flawlessly take it, like, just util wise and taking the right gunfights.
Yeah, it is gonna be very interesting to see if the gunfights can be taken better for Paradox in this one, as it looks like Rod's gonna go look to be aggressive here, but look at Vinyls here with this Outlaw. We'll be able to find one, will whiff on the other. The trades are favoring this Ice Fishers team, but quite a bit of damage done overall, and with Aberrate only with a Ghost here could make things very interesting. The Outlaw will be used, won't be able to find another pick. It's going to be continuously a 3 versus 2 here. Aberrate has to be a bit careful, knows where Piff is, being very annoying. The Dragon trying to strike as Aberrate finds another. Can you find the last? No, but it all leaves Piff all alone. Has 2 bullets now in the chamber, but with this smoke, I mean, what are you going to do? They won't actually stick on it, but won't be able to find anything else. Another triple for Mio now, 16, 9, and 7, going crazy here on the Omen. I mean, the rest of the team is also doing quite well, but overall, very nicely done by this Omen.
Yeah, and that's another flawless round for them. Like, yeah, I understand their Paradox is on the weaker weapons, able to find a couple picks, but it's just not enough at the end. Their smokes are alive. There's a smoke on the bomb, and then you can't really leave it up to an Outlaw.
Yeah,
but I think this is Paradox's first buy as well.
Yeah, I mean, Paradox will be able to buy, but we have seen how this bonus went before, and it was tragic, to say the least, overall. But you never know how anything can look to change. You never know what will be pulled down the line, what trigger can be shown overall, as it looks like we're going to be attacking this A site here. What can this Bucky do? Jacktron in this beautiful position. Rod has to be extremely careful, but with this Viper's Pit, it actually baits him out a bit. They will push through anyway and will whiff, unfortunately, as Rod able to find, or Turtle able to find one of their own as well. It's a 3 versus 5 here. We've seen this position favoring Paradox before. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to happen again. They're in such a wacky position, but Vinos through the box finds a huge kill on to Piff. But again, we'll see how they can look to attack this. Vinos has to be that opener. Will they be paying attention to the right where the fade is? They will be able to find another. Will it be enough though, as the slow flank should potentially be able to stop it, but Vinyls just sticking on it will eventually fall, and this round is all Ogre. Rod picks up a triple on the round, and Paradox don't lose their bonus, but quite a bit of damage done.
I don't know what Vinyl put in, or what he did today, but I mean, through a box, headshot on Piff, and then able to no-scope, I think who else died to that run? Was it Zed? A no-scope Zed. Wow, what a great bonus for them. Now they get to a buy round, and let's just see how they can hold in defense.
Yes, defense means absolutely everything here, and the attack for Paradox has to be able to push through it. Of course, they have the different variety of util to really try their best at it, and with Aberrate being the only one currently towards this A site, it's going to be quite interesting how it unfolds. Will stick in the smoke for now. Won't get hit by the Waylay utility. Might have a huge pressure here. They're not going to be paying attention. We'll be able to find one, but Rod with a great shot will be able to make this thing more interesting here, as they're just looking to continue shoot through the smoke. and no other pick will be found for now. It's a 4 versus 4. How will they look to play?
They have the Whaley all up, and if they can find out they're all CT, it's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, it
Looks
looks
like they
like
will.
going to be used, and that's going to be absolutely massive. Turtles able to find one betray back on the Vinyls. Convergent pass will be able to hit a few of these members, but Vinyls gets taken down in a 2 versus 2 now. Mio will be able to find another piff. Can you clutch this one out? Will jump through and will fall to Mio again. This Omen is going psycho and wins another round here for Ice Fishers. It's 11-5. They are looking beautiful.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every round it's just Mio and Aberrated also capped and just staying alive, finding the picks, even finding the clutch rounds for them. Just so massive from these three.
The clutch factor means so much, especially in playoffs. If you can clutch out these rounds, that is the difference of winning and losing. And right now, Ice Fishers, they look like they do not want to lose right now. And we'll see if Paradox can get into that same mindset. They're going to be forcing up weapons here. They're looking to give themselves a chance. They're attacking this A site where Aberrad has been quite strong overall. Can they potentially do it now? Can they potentially survive as Piff is in a scary position towards mid? Aberrad falls back, pressure by Rod, but falls. That's tragic for their team as Aberrad finds a second. What is going on? How did they lose these fights? As the Finals finds a double of their own, it's all up to Piff, and this should be match point in a few seconds because they're completely walled off.
Wow, Rod had every opportunity to kill Aberrated. Aberrated had his back turned, and luckily Aberrated turned around and was able to, that Rod whiffed and just pretty much sealed the round, especially with Vinyl sliding out and getting two.
Yeah, this should spell the end of the round here. Jacktron in a perfect position, whiffs a bit, but it is a flawless for Ice Fishers. Another bad buy round is coming now for Paradox. Rod has to really carry this team to victory. Has 7 more kills than the person in second on the team of ZRZ, and they're not able to find their Odin. They're not able to find rifles. They need a hope and a prayer. They have 3 ultimates at least to use, but so does Ice Fishers as the defense is looking to be rock solid once more.
They also have Viper ult, and too, if they're able to get Piff, the orb, and the plant, maybe there'll be a dream. Maybe there's a way they can win this round.
The best start here, though, is being able to potentially find Vinyls. You know how aggressive this Neon is going to be. Looking to pick a side, will look to fight the right, but the Haunt will fall. And for some reason, Vinyls just kind of took it on the chin and ends up dying. That's a huge potential gun upgrade. As Aberrad pushes up as well, finds Piff. No Viper in this round, which means no Viper ult. But of course, it wasn't actually available yet. But either way, Mio looking to be a hero once more. Last time they did not check their corners. Mio will find 2. A huge pick with the Omen. Will swap sides as well. We'll be able to find another. Mio ends map none of quarterfinals. What a map pick and what a game from the Ice Fishers. Omen brings us to map 2.
Mio, oh my gosh, this guy went nuclear, came up big for Ice Fishers, able to fund that 1v4 or 1v4 ace, then able to close out so many rounds, had a ton of multi kills. My God, him and Aberrated just absolutely frying on the controllers.
Yeah, and I'm very intrigued to see what Ice Fishers can give us in the next map because that was absolutely crazy, and we will see in just a few minutes to find out what will happen. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Boba Bash quarterfinals. We're in playoffs here. We're in map number 1. We saw Ice Fishers with a dominant victory on their map pick of Corrode. As now we head the Pearl, which is Rozo Paradox's map pick. As they're going to start locking in some things. It was 13-5, very much in favor of Ice Fishers. As I'm Rhodes, joined with Luna and now Cringen in the observing booth. Luna, I mean, that was absolute dominance there from Ice Fishers. A lot of clutches. Can Paradox bounce back?
I would really hope they can bounce back, especially after so many rounds. Like I personally, after the rounds they were losing, my mental would be a little fatigued. But coming into your own map pick can boost your confidence a lot. Let's just hope that this like they can pick it up and wake up now and force a map 3.
Yeah, and I have not seen Pearl in quite some time, so these lock picks are going to be very interesting for me to ultimately see. It's going to be a Tejo here for Captain on Ice Fishers, and on Paradox, we're going to get a Chamber, so some very peculiar picks. Of course, Chamber, very popular in the older days on this map with having that B site so long, so easy to snipe down. So as these final locks come in, I'm very intrigued to see what everyone does get going. It's going to be some Astras. It's going to be a KJ here for both teams as well. Very intriguing, but also very fun picks overall.
I believe Teo can fully counter KJ's setup, if I'm not wrong. At least it used to. But I don't know with the nerfs though. But Tejo is really strong on this map if you're able to find where KJ sets all their util at.
As here we go. We're going to get into this map pick right here. What do the Ice Fishers do? Their defense was quite good in that last map. That really wasn't the story. It was the clutches. It was the throws that Paradox just could not figure out at the end of the day. And we'll see how this pistol does unfold, because Ice Fishers won every single one last time, and it really didn't feel close.
Not at all. The score did not show a close match. For how many rounds they lost, I think it was 13-5. It's complete domination.
It was not the prettiest in the world, that is for sure. As we're going to get into this right here, and it looks like slowly we're going to be moving players up towards mid, potentially going towards A site, but for now the defense getting quite aggressive towards B, but that is not where Paradox are looking to attack. They'll draw the attention of the turret, but for now looks like it's just going to be a continued aggression here. Avery has to be careful, will have to shoot that drone out, as the story on the site is now Jacktron. Can you defend this? Will have first contact and will fall to ZRZ. A perfect start here for Paradox. And we'll see how everything does look to continue as these players towards stairs are going to look to fight again. Pip will be able to find one. Mio with the trade. Will you be able to find anything else? Because Turtle able to find another of their own. It's a 2 versus 3. We've seen this so many times. It leaves Vinyls and Mio left alone. ZRZ, though, looking strong. And Paradox are trying to find their first pistol win of this series on their own map pick. Mio has to be crazy like we saw in the last map. I just don't think it's enough. The time is ticking too hard. They don't have the space. They don't have the whereabouts. And Rod's going to look to swing. Won't be able to find the kill, but Santi does. 1-0 Paradox.
Wow, really great round. Able to get a lot of early picks. The only problem with that push was, I believe it was Captain and Vinyl taking up all the way up B long. So just giving the info early. Hey guys, they're going to be hitting A either through mid or through the A, like A main. Later in the next couple of rounds, that will be really like round winning to help your team know like what's coming and what's happening on the map.
Yeah, but first, before anything else does transpire, we need to see them win this anti-eco round. They really have to try and figure these ones out, because we saw a lot of punishment from Ice Fishers last time around, and they're looking to try to do it again. They're pushing up so far. You have to be quite careful, but the A site is going to be planted on. They're just going to be able to fast rotate, and this 5v5 really favors Paradox overall.
Looking like a 4-man flank coming out of Ice Fishers. Hopefully they're able to get some weapons and convert this round, possibly.
It's going to be very intriguing to see if they can, but first they have to go through Piff and Turtle, who are just have a beautiful position here overall. I imagine there is not much Ice Fishers can do, as Vinyls will be the first to fall. The trades will come by as Mio will be able to find a bit, but again, the time is ticking. The KJ is, or the Astra is no more, so they do actually have to push this player. Santi will be able to find the pick, and this round will be over. A very expensive round here. Wait, just kidding! Okay, no, man, we're good. And a very expensive round overall for Paradox. 6 HP leaves Rod, but they do win the round.
That was very, very expensive on the side of Paradox. Only getting out with just a Spectre and a Ghost. That, honestly, that 4-man flank just took so much weapons off the side of Paradox.
Yeah, found a lot of value and even scared Paradox in the coming back towards the site, and they were able to get another bomb kill on top of it. So Icefish has really taken the aggressiveness to another level, but the only person with kills right now on this team is Mio, so hopefully Icefishers can figure that situation out, as they're going to have a rifle round. Paradox, though, unfortunately only have a few little pistols and funny guns, as they're going to be pushed off trying to attack towards A, as the aggressiveness once again from Icefishers looking to make as much room up towards these sites as possible. Mio gonna have first contact here with Turtle, will be able to find one, spots out Piff, won't be able to find a kill just yet, and will fall off that angle on the other side, though. Vinyl's looking to be aggressive, and Santi with a huge pick gives a gun upgrade for free. Piff gets spotted out by Abre, but won't be able to fall just yet. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 for now.
See how they group up in art, see if they're able to retake this flawlessly. If not, Paradox can convert this, it can be huge.
Neo will open it up again, still finding all the picks for Icefishers. Will eventually fall, so the rest of the team now has to figure it out. No kills in their pocket. 7 in Mio's. The gun upgrades is there for Santi, but no one else at the current moment. We'll see how everyone decides to play. Jackson will have first contact, will be able to find Santi. Rod, very low HP, is going to have a lot of trouble in this position, as Jacktron will be able to find another, and it's all up the Piff, spotted out by the Hunt. This round is looking 99.999% over. Piff will fall to Aberrated, and it's going to be Icefishers, but a very expensive one at that.
That was a pretty good round for on the side of Paradox. Able to get the bomb down, get them some money, get a couple kills. Hurt the econ side of Icefishers. Hopefully they can keep this up and keep like the momentum going on their side, because this is their map pick.
Yeah, I mean, Paradox need to put the pressure on Icefishers for sure, and I'm very intrigued to see what they can do to combat that. Santi has that Tour de Force available. That ultimate can do a lot of scary things, but it doesn't look like they're playing towards B, so it's going to be another A hit. Mio, though, has that Cosmic Divide and will find Turtle. It's Astra on Astra combat to start us off, as Piff wins the KJ on KJ combat. Mio finds another pick. Can you find anything else? Piff doing very well in this round. Turn this into a 3 versus 3. They'll rotate over towards the B site, and maybe this Tour de Force can find some value now for the chamber. I'm not a big fan of where they ultimately planted, but it looks like, no, it's fine. I just want them to use their chamber ult. Either way, it's a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, especially with the pro changes, that is technically the long spot now.
I haven't seen the pro changes. This is literally me seeing it up close right now. That's why I'm like, huh. But either way, I mean, this is going to be very interesting to retake. 3 versus 3 favors Paradox quite immensely overall, as they're going to look to get some more damage done. Looks like these players in Hall will be able to find these potential flanks. Won't be spotted out whatsoever. Avery will be able to find one. As the trades go back and forth, it's all up. The captain, the clutch this one out, will be able to have this, but I don't think it's enough. Has to fight it anyway, and Santi with a triple. It's a huge round here. 8-2-0 on the chamber will bring Paradox to 3-1.
Wow, look at the scoreboard right now. Just like Mio and Santi just picking the numbers up for their team. Honestly, this game's gonna come down to whose team can wake up first. Also, with that retake, it got lucky that they got the timing in halls and were able to capitalize off of it.
Yeah, for sure. Aberrated almost saving that round 2, finding the one pick on the halls. Player gave a chance to captain, but it just wasn't enough. Santi's looking so good right now in this chamber. Really see how much they want to combat the aggressiveness. As Icefishers, they forced up into this round. They're looking to fight this. They're looking to gain control back in their hands. And captain will start us off. Turtle once again falls. No smokes to start this round off again for Paradox.
I feel like that's the common thing now. A lot of smokes players are just taking very aggressive fights when they're not really needing to.
Definitely have to figure it out. As Piff has an inkling that they're trying to upgrade these rifles, but will eventually rotate towards the team as Jacktron, being quite annoying in the heaven position, will slow down the attackers for now, and I'm not sure it's going to be enough. But we'll definitely find out in a few moments, as even the smokes are really delaying this attack. And look, they're falling back now. This very much favors Ice Fishers.
If Paradox is to go mid here, this can be really dangerous as long as they hold this crossfire.
Is Captain awake? Did they fall asleep at the wheel? Here is the question. When they look to fight this, you have to be so careful. And will be able to find the first. Captain, can you find the second? Won't be able to, but the damage is done. Vinyls finds Piff as well. It's a beautiful round start here on the other side. Santi slowly moving their way up in the B site. Will be spotted out by Jacktron, and it's all up to Rod. In no man's land, essentially 1 HP, has that regen shield to give them a bit of life to try and save it, but with that nano swarm, it is all over. Aberrated finds the pick. A great round from everybody, but especially Captain.
Yeah. Captain, who was it? Captain I was able to find a pick on Turtle, but still finding the early pick, especially on the smokes player, just so huge because you're not really able to smoke. If they're able to have smokes there, they probably could have executed on the B site a little sooner, smoking off heaven, smoking off the main points they need to smoke. But with this smokes player dying so early, it's just so hard to get onto a site.
Yeah, especially since it's a solo smoke and it's an Astra, so I feel like they should have just so much more pressure into keeping that specific character alive. I would say it's probably your most important character, but hey, they just don't put enough value there. As Mio gonna need to have some value for their life, as Rod finds a beautiful shot on the Mio to start us off, and this A hit is gonna be quite interesting. It has two players to keep them alive. The Nano Swarm won't find too much, but what does Paradox decide to do? It looks like they just want a fast push, and Jacktron will be able to find the first pick. Further troubles, and Mio doubles it up. That bomb is in no man's land. This round could essentially already be over.
See how they are able to try to recover. They do have the chamber ult online.
Love chamber ult in the middle of all these tight spaces. Is Jacktron able to sneak up on Santi anyway? Aberrated finds a double on their kill alone, and a flawless upon flawlesses. This game is tied, and look, these ultimates slowly starting to come up for both of these teams. This could be a bloodbath right now.
Especially on the side of Paradox. Probably having their 3 ults they have. Also with Neon ult coming up online with an orb or a kill. This, like you said, this could be a bloodbath. All 3 ults or 4 ults can be used this round if they really want to win.
They definitely should look to have that, because their economy is going to be broken if they cannot figure it out here. As Turtle going to be playing with Rod in this market position in the shops. They're trying to defend, but look at Ice Fishers once again. So much space taken up through mid, so much space taken up in this map. It really suffocates how this attack wants to play.
Especially on a map like Pearl. The mid, like Prod and Pearl, just really mid-heavy maps. If you have control of it, it really gives a lot of pressure to the attacking sides.
Yeah, and the Hunt, or one of the Seekers, will actually spot out Vinyls in this area, will teleport, but it is not fast enough, will fall, and this mid pressure is no longer. As Captain going to look for a fight of their own, will be able to find one and evening it up. Piff is gone, no lockdown can be used as Jacktron able to find Santi on the B site, so suddenly the attack once again is stifled by this this KJ that can just defend. Is 1 HP, but with that Killjoy utility, with that lockdown available, this could get extremely dicey, but they're going to look to attack. We'll see if they can defend it. Jacktron in a bit of no man's land here, will be able to find another pick. Can you find another? Yes, you will! It is a 1 versus 2 now for Turtle. The Cosmic Divide, or Cosmic Divide is still in play, but Captain going to take a forward position, sees the spike is not planted, will hear the fake again, and with that stun rally, Captain will be able to find that final pick. It's 4-3. Ice Fishers retake the lead. That is 4 of the last 5 rounds for the Ice Fishers.
Feels like the momentum is carrying its way towards the Ice Fishers side. Paradox is forced into a save, and they really need to get some weapons and try to break their economy, because if not, all 5 ults online for the side of Ice Fishers, this could be brutal.
I think this is, of course, not a guaranteed round for Ice Fishers, but it is essentially that. They have 5 ultimates they can use to just completely shut down around for this eco, and I just don't know what they will ultimately be able to do. But what I do know is that it's going to be an A hit here. They're looking to go fast. They're going to get a bit saucy with it. Mio, we'll see all of these members from that beautiful utility from the Tejo. Is actually Mio falls first, and that Tejo Armageddon won't be able to find any value. And this makes things actually extremely interesting. That's one impactful ult down, and Turtle finds Captain as well, and these gun upgrades might come through very soon. They have that HP advantage. The lockdown is now forced with the counter coming through, but since the Tejo is down, it doesn't matter anymore. A very good situation. Oh, never mind, that's all. The lockdown instantly destroyed by the attack, but they still have the 3 versus 5 advantage. Overdrive looking to come out as well. Won't be able to find much at all just yet. It is equalized almost because Rod is looking to find the win. Can you find this round? They will, in a round that I definitely cast or cursed, but either way, I mean, that's a round that Ice Fishers could not give up, and they definitely did.
Yeah, and also able to they use their casual and also the Tejo. That's just a lot of like pretty much their 2 biggest ults into one round when they're on a save. Just was not the move. They got no value out of it, and Paradox kind of cut away the money on the side of Ice Fishers.
Yeah, I mean, it is very interesting how that all did transpire. It's actually Ice Fishers looking to be aggressive again. Vinyls has to be careful. Will be able to find the first pick this time. Does not fall. And Tejo will fall back there. We'll use some utility, but overall nothing does happen. So 4 versus 5 and a great start this time around for Ice Fishers.
Finding the pick on to Zed. No Fatal available for this round, but do have the advantage as they're pretty much have almost a open B site besides Jacktron, but we've seen Jacktron do it before, able to hold down a site and let his team come back into this.
Oh, Piff though will be able to find Aberrated as Jacktron looking to be so annoying on this B side again. We'll let the team come back. It's gonna be a 3 versus 3 for now. Of course, Captain on the A site, so it's gonna be extremely late to re-help, and we will see how the defense can do because Ice Fishers are struggling a very slight bit, and Turtle has that Cosmic Divide right back up. Makes this even harder for them to play, but guess what? So does Mio. Mio could make things extremely interesting here. Use that Dimensional Drift, use the Cosmic Divide of their own. That looks exactly what they're doing. That's going to force the attackers to push even forward. Up is Rod now gets stuck in a rough position. This is not looking good now for the side of the of the team, and we'll see what they can do. A very nice shot. We'll be able to find one. Can you find anything else? Turtle makes things interesting as the time runs out. It is a win here for the side of Paradox. That was crazy.
That was a wonderful round. I would love to see Captain if he was there a little bit sooner. This round could have been gone the other way, but with the timeout coming out from Ice Fishers, hopefully they can talk about it and just really build off what they need to get off.
I'm pretty sure like that round actually broke my headset a bit. I just kept hearing crackles, so I'm sorry if that happened on the stream as well. But yeah, I mean, that was a great round here for Paradox. That is exactly what they needed to get back into this. It's going to force Ice Fishers into a bit of a weird bye coming into this, and we'll see how this timeout goes ultimately, because it's been Mio and Jacktron once again. The rest of the team kind of needs to step up a bit more, and maybe they need to take a bit more time in their game and not force so many fights that just feel like they're not going their way.
Yeah, I mean, the Dimensional Drift and Cosmic Divine used from Ice Fishers, and yes, they found Rod, but at the end of the day, they did lose the round, and now it kind of almost forces them on a save, if not a broken buy, with some hero rifles coming on the side. But hopefully Mio, we've seen him just shoot absolutely crazy on the controller. Hopefully he can like bail them out this round.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be very interesting to see. It looks like it will be sold. We'll go with a Sheriff overall, so nothing crazy coming out of that. Captain will be the one with a rifle here. It's going to be interesting to see if they can use it to success. Hasn't had the craziest game so far, but has definitely, the numbers have definitely gone up from a while ago. The stun will hit where they want as they're looking to take that mid control once again. Vinyls will take a decent amount of damage, but has that regen shield and will slowly come back up. A full split around the map is what Paradox is doing, and Vinyls has to be careful as might be taking a bad fight, goes all the way up to the box, and will stay here for now.
So much space taken up by Vinyls. I believe Rod and Turtle see him.
Yeah, I mean, Vinyls made a very poor decision there. Will fall. Gives a 4 versus 5 advantage to Paradox. Aberray looking to use this Nightfall in this round, which is very intriguing considering they have 3 Sheriffs. And it will be used in counter from ZRZ for now. Of course, we'll see if they decide to use it eventually, but either way, they're stuck in this position. They are in a very rough area overall, but they will get some trades their way. It's going to be a 3 versus 3, and Captain finds 3! What just happened? Ice Fishers win this round on the other side of the map. The clip is gone, but the round is for Ice Fishers somewhere where I just didn't see them winning. They didn't even use Aberrated's Nightfall. They just won that outright because Captain, with that rifle I mentioned before, was able to clutch it down.
Also, it really didn't help that Piff was also trying to get out timing through mid and just got caught lacking. That round just really flawless by Ice Fishers.
Yeah, it is a very sad situation here and now. We'll see how they want to play next time as Piff finds Vinyls. And once again, this duelist will fall, unfortunately, as we're going to continue in this round. It's going to be a 4 versus 5 again, favoring this attack. We'll see how Paradox looks to combat it. And it is going to be... Sorry. It's going to be a very interesting time to see how everything does look to commence, as they're going to look to attack the A site. And I wonder how everything does ultimately look to go. And they're just actually going to back off, so still no aggression at the moment.
Especially since they're up numbers, I'm kind of surprised they're not like trying to fast commit and just use the numbers to the advantage.
Alright, looks like they want to go towards the A site here. ZRZ going to push with the bomb. Of course, they're going to be pushing through Art, so it's a bit of a choke point. We could see Captain potentially have a very nice position to play a lot of spoilers. Aberrated actually going to start it off. Captain will be able to find one, can't find the others. Aberrated on the site again, stifling this attack as Mio will be able to find these players on the flank. A very nice round for Ice Fishers, making this 6-5, and look at those kills on this team: 12-5-7, 11-6-5, and 11-5-5 for the Ice Fishers as they regain it.
Ice Fishers just looking so like, yeah, the score doesn't show it, but they're just looking so clean right now. It looks like it's usually 3 players on the team shooting, with Mio, Captain, Jacktron, and hopefully they can keep it up and just keep the team in and try to close out the series in this map.
Yeah, it's going to be very intriguing to see overall, though, how it does look to fight here. Is it's going to be another mid situation for Ice Fishers. They're just pushing up so far once again. It's so intriguing every time to see how they're able to get it again. It doesn't look like Paradox. They want to fight it. They just want to go towards A, give it up, and that kind of makes their situation to attack these sites quite linear. So I'm intrigued to see if they can fight it off. Because look at all these players towards the A site right now. It is going to be hard to try and bypass.
Especially with Captain and Mio on that A site. It's just so scary. Both of them have been shooting. I'm pretty sure they can probably handle a 2v5 on the site.
Yeah, especially with how good both of these players have been. As this Cosmic Divide will come out. Another Cosmic Divide, I will add. The third one, I believe, for Turtle in this half. But unfortunately, not much is going to come out of it at the current moment. We'll see if anyone does look to push off eventually. As once again, these Santi and Piff are looking to slowly go towards the B site. As Aberrated falls in mid. That gives the go sign here. Jacktron, what can you do? Will be able to find Piff, but can you find anything else? Stuck in a bit of a weird situation. Will be able to find 2. As Santi trades it right back. A 3 versus 3 for now. I wonder how the rest of these players will be able to play. It's going to be... Any ultimates coming up? No ultimates will be available as 2 players once again are going to play halls. We've seen this before where these players are able to find so much value in this specific situation. How will they ultimately want to try and combat this and try to fight this? Vinyls will be throwing that flash in the air. Will they be able to find these players in Hall? They're going to look to fight it. Santi will be able to find one. Captain will fall, and so does Mio. And this round goes to Paradox. Santi with a huge triple kill round. 13-8-1 now on this chamber. And it's a 6-6 half. Very nicely done from both teams.
That was something else. They used the fake Cosmic Divine on the A side and just able to take B. But I would like to give props to Jacktron. Just again, he's just so good on the Senti, able to at least get picks before he gets out. He's never dying alone. He's dying with someone, if not dying with two.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see now what Ice Fishers decide to do. Their attack on Abyss or Corrode, sorry, was absolutely stellar. We'll see if it can be as stellar as before, because this is a new map. This is the map pick of Paradox. So what will Paradox be able to do on their defense, where Chamber can really thrive on this B site, where the rest of the team can really find their momentum? They can just sit this Killjoy on A and just block everyone off from being able to attack it. So we'll see how they look to go down here, as this Teo utility will be used. Piff gonna look to be annoying with these nanostorms, will find so much damage. The right clicks will hit eventually, and Vinyls falls first blood once again. A similar situation as Piff finds two. Mio falls as well. And this looks like another pistol here for the side of Paradox. Captain will find a double with some Teo utility, and Jacktron actually makes things very interesting. But Turtle finds the trade of their own. It's all up to Jacktron in a scuffed position, because this Astra can be just so annoying. But the position they're taking, Jacktron's able to find another. It's all up to Santi. Santi has been able to find these clutches before, but Jacktron in such a good position, it will be able to find the kill. A huge clutch for Jacktron, gives Ice Fishers a chance in this game, and wins their third pistol of the night.
Don't want to be rude again, but you know, that's another throw from Paradox. It looks like a miscommunication between Turtle and Santi, because it looks like Santi was going ghost hunting in the back, trying to pick up a ghost, and Turtle had his back turned to the only spot where they knew Jacktron was. Just really unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, they thought that smoke was like a wall for a second. It kind of feels like, where they just smoked it off and they're like, yeah, no one can come through there anymore, and it bit them in the butt, unfortunately. As we're gonna get into this next round here and seeing if Ice Fishers can turn that into another one. But look how far up Santi is once again. Wants to potentially catch Jacktron off guard, but Jacktron says good night. The head hunter gets hunted. Jacktron will start this round off good, but look at the slow flank here coming out from these players. This could be potentially interesting towards mid. Turtle in halls, gonna take so much damage from the nano swarms. This Rod will be able to find a kill through mid. Turtle should die eventually, and will. But look at Aberrated now. Has the Guardian available. Doesn't have the best weapon in this scenario, and Piff will be able to find the trade. So a lot of damage actually done to these players trying to play in halls and mid and everywhere in between. A very nice start for the side of Paradox to try and just get this damage down. They have a chance to win it, but can they get it done? Jacktron in a very good position. Should be able to catch Piff off guard. Will be able to find it. Rod, though, will also fall. Very nice shots from Jacktron. That's a triple kill in back-to-back rounds. 19-7-6 this KJ goes.
I don't know. Jacktron just shooting. This team is just catching fire at the right moment. They're getting all the... Yes, it was their buy round, but they have a heavy buy, so this can easily be converted for them, especially against these Vandals. Half of them are light shields. Hopefully, this Chamber here doesn't get too aggressive or gets picked off early.
Yeah, it looks like Santi will drop over to the A site, and Rod's going to be a little aggressive too. This Haunt could potentially find quite a few players and be extremely annoying. Yeah, it will spot out Jacktron. This is going to be a very interesting fight, as Jacktron will fall. Santi will be able to pick up another pick here, as they're going to look to fight even more. We'll see how Rod decides to do playing behind this box. Has to be slightly careful, but the Tejo will just make them fall off the angle for now. Slowly, though, Vinyl's going to look to make some aggression towards Connector, and we'll see how that goes as this round continues. This Turtle is just paying attention to it. What a great call here for Turtles. It's a 3 versus 5. This shouldn't be winnable here for Ice Fishers. Rod gonna look to pick this orb. Has help from Santi, and 2 players remaining for Ice Fishers are gonna look to go towards B, but that is a death trap as well.
See if Piff is able to pick up these last 2 and just try to get his ult online, like, we'll get it closer.
Yeah, this is looking quite difficult now. We'll see how the rest of this round does play out, but Piff should be able to find these picks. In the meantime, we'll just hold off for a quick moment, but then eventually peeks off it and finds them both. Very nicely well played, and ultimates are slowly coming up for both teams, but that's another round for Paradox. It's 8-7. It is our closest one yet.
Let's see, going there, what I would think is captain's like, hey, I don't care. We're probably gonna lose this round. They have 5 up. Let me just get the bomb down, get my ult 1 closer or 1 off the KJ ult, and let's just try to win the next round. And now they're in a full buy, so now we're gonna see gun versus gun.
Yeah, and it's gonna be now a time where Ice Fishers, can you get it done in general? 1 off that Taeho, 1 off the KJ ult. So many good utility marks to use. 5 players going towards B. Turtle is watching this though, so we'll see what Turtle decides to do. And we'll be able to find Vinyls once again. Falls and Turtles finds Aberrated. It's a 3 versus 5, and this is a huge moment for the Astra. Finds so many impactful kills and is now top fragging that team in general. What can Ice Fishers do now, as they just got completely broken?
What nice shots from Turtle, especially as the E sub. This guy just comes in last minute and just frying now. Has been.
For sure, and I'm interested to see more of what Turtle can potentially do, as Mio is still towards the B site, a hero in many of rounds in general. Will shoot some utility. Nothing else will come of it just yet. The Nanostorms, both of them actually, will be used, so at least that utility is gone for now. But with how slow this round is not looking good here for Ice Fishers.
Let's see how Jacktron can play this into mid. If he's able to find a pick, this can be really winnable. But I'm pretty sure Rod's just saying, and Santi are like, hey, just play off my trip if it goes off swing. But we'll see how aggressive they are getting right now.
Santi in a very nice position here. Will get spotted out, but will get fallen by Captain will fall. Jacktron will as well. It's all up to Mio in a 1 versus 5. Just keep the weapon because you're about to be pushed anyway. Can you potentially find some extra picks to give your team some life very soon? It does not seem like anything else will happen besides just a 1 falling. It is a very nice round here, and at Paradox, they have life, they have some hope, and they are looking to take this one very soon. Ice Fishers will call their last timeout of this map pick, and we will see what they want to do because it is looking dire.
Yeah, especially going into their buy round. Now they're pretty much broke. Going on to Eco, have 2 hero rifles, trying to see if they can clean it up a bit, get their econ on the side of Paradox down. A couple ults could possibly come online in these next 2 rounds for Paradox with the Cosmic Divide and KJ ult coming in soon off a orb or kill.
Yeah, it's going to be quite needed for them, but not a necessary priority with how the economy lead for them currently does sit, as Ice Fishers are looking to come back this. They really need Vinyls to really step up. I know ZRZ is also in the same type of boat, but it feels like Vinyls just constantly getting picked off first in these rounds, and has been one of the main factors why I feel like Paradox have been able to win a lot of these rounds in general. Just finding that first blood is just so good for them, and if Ice Fishers can figure that out a bit more, we might be able to see them get back into this one. As this next round's about to start, it's going to be an eco with a hero rifle in Jacktron's hands. Isn't enough, as Santi will be buying the first operator of this series and Boba Bash playoffs history.
Oh, you love the operator, don't you?
We're not going to talk about it just yet. I will pretend this gun doesn't exist until it either finds value or it doesn't. I mean, you never know what you'll see. Santi, I don't believe I've watched you before. Maybe I have. I don't remember. My brain is not very good. But we'll see what you can do with this gun, as right now the attack is slowly towards the A site, but it looks like they're going to back off.
And see how slow they're playing it, especially on the weaker weapons, looking for a pick to get an upgrade and just try to force something they can try to convert around off of this. There's so much utility stacked on the side on the A site, the stars and KJ utility.
And remember, Jacktron is the one with a rifle in this as well, as Rod is going to be looking to back off from connector as this A site is looking to be potentially hit here. 3 players will be able to defend it, barely off site though, so it will be a free plant for now. The question is, Ice Fishers, what are we doing here? How aggressive are you going to be? Are you going to be playing passive? Are you going to be looking for a pick? Right now, it feels like they haven't really made their options up. So only 2 players looking to fight back. Aberrated will be able to find the first one of this round, but we know Vinyls is looking for another, and that is a huge stinger kill. Can you teleport back in time? You will! And that will give a huge opportunity. The lockdown will be used on the KJ. 3 players looking to defend. They're not in the best of position, but they will actually be able to try and fight this lockdown from being taken down, but it won't be enough. They will get... Oh, no, they did! They found the lockdown barely in time, and it's all up to Mio. In a rough position, gets spammed down. I did not think they could get it in time. A risk. They were willing to take Paradox 1-3 in a row. And that's exactly what Paradox needed to do. It is very intriguing to see if Ice Fishers can really figure this out now with this economy lead that currently Paradox has, with Ice Fishers slowly falling behind. This gun round right here matters to absolutely everything, because you just don't know how both of these teams can combat each other. You don't know if Paradox can continue to fight back, but with this operator that might be known now, I believe it is, I'm intrigued to see what Ice Fishers decide to do on this attack, and Mio has to be so careful if they're looking to potentially push this B site. As this mid is completely taken here, Ice Fishers taking such a... Or, sorry, Paradox taking a very passive approach to this round as slowly Ice Fishers are looking to go towards B. Completely smoked out for now. Vinyls will bait out a shot. That is going to be free knowledge for them, but will they continue to look towards it? Are they too scared? Are they wondering where could these players potentially be? The Cosmic Divide is going to... Or that... Cosmic Divide is going to look to come in. Santi still at this angle, though. Captain has to be careful. Who's going to fight this first? And they will find a pick on the Captain. Oh, my Captain. That's how you start it off right there for Paradoxes. They're going to look for a bit more. Santi has to be a bit careful on this angle. Will whiff the shot. Takes a bit of damage in return, but they survive. Nightfall will be used as well. Only hits 1 member. This flank from Jacktron will be able to find 2 beautiful shots. And Ice Fishers are straight back in this round in a 4 versus 3. Jacktron rotates in time. The bomb planted in the old default position, so they're just going to be looking to play on site, but will it be enough? The defenders, KJ, will come in. This lockdown going to completely push these players all the way back, and Santi finds Vinyls as well. Suddenly, Paradox have such a big opportunity in this round. Will have to force early utility from it. Aberrate stays alive on site. Won't be able to get the rifle back in time. ZRZ will be able to find that pick. Jacktron on the flank will fall as well. And Santi finds 3 of their own. Overall, it's 10-8 now, because Paradox are looking to bring us to map 3 soon.
I wish I could have watched that around. You know, I'm having technical difficulties over there, but from what I've watched right now, this looks very, looks like that Odin got a lot of value, and unfortunate that, Aberrated got hit with the KJ ult.
I mean, it is a perfect position to use that KJ ult too. Like, there's literally nothing that lockdown doesn't hit. It pushes these players so far out, and then the attackers really couldn't even get away. They were stuck in that ult area, and one died, the other stayed and died as well. I mean, a very nice play. A couple of ult kills for Santi as well. I mean, it was just overall exactly what they needed. This is the attacker looking to try and fight again. I mean, Ice Fishers, they're having a rough position trying to get towards these sites. The defense has been so good for Paradox. Santi gonna get stunned up, and Jacktron finds the opening pick and will give their team that early advantage. Will it be enough, though? Because we have seen how good their defense have been. We have seen how good their fight back overall has been. Here's Captain gonna lay down the plant. They're gonna get it in the default spot. It's a 4 versus 5 now.
Looking like they might possibly use this Nightfall for the retake and Cosmic Divide. Or, yeah.
Yeah, it is a perfect position here to use it. The Nightfall comes in, the Divide comes in, but Captain able to find another and makes it a 5 versus 3. Captain peeks out again, finds another. What a play from Captain by Captain. These last players shouldn't be able to survive. Mio finds one, Jacktron finds the other. Captain, oh my Captain, able to win this round for Ice Fishers and gives them some life. Their first round in the last 5. Can they find a pushback here? Because the ultimates definitely still favor Paradox, but slowly theirs are coming up. As unfortunately, we're getting our first pause of the tournament.
Oh, great.
How? Okay. A desk apparently collapsed. I don't know how fast that's gonna take. I'm not gonna lie. So I think I'm just gonna bring us to a quick BRB. We'll be right back with you. Hopefully everything gets sorted. We'll be back in a sec. Alright, we are back here. It was a very fast P10, but we're going to be starting all up once again. It is 10-9 in favor of Paradox. Santi leading the charge 20-13-2 with this operator. We will see how everything does decide to play as we get right back into this game. Both teams have weapons to buy. Both teams have their lives on the line. Of course, Ice Fishers are the ones with the only map win so far, but at least both teams are not eliminated yet. There is a lower bracket. Can they make the run? Any of these teams can definitely do it, as the operator is staring down the sights of this A entry area. The dimensional drift will instantly spot out, say, hey, do not fight this. It looks like they will anyway. We'll make them fall off that current angle for now. Vinyls, can you find potentially some sort of opening pick, but will find the entry overall? What will the rest of the team look to do? It looks like they're going to slowly rotate over. We'll find the Armageddon in market or in shops, but I'm not really a fan of that position in ARPS to use your Armageddon. Either way, it's going to be a 5 versus 5. First pick means so much. Mio on this flank could go absolutely crazy. We'll have to just play it slowly because these players are just so aware. Aberrated will get taken down to 1 HP. We'll be able to find one. We'll be able to find two. Can you find a third? No. Turtle will make it a bit more interesting. Every single member of the defense is looking to defend the site. They're actually pushing forward. Captain finds Santi. The time is running down as the lockdown hits. A very nice round for Ice Fishers. This game is tied.
Oh, nice. That was an insane round. All 5v5 on a retake, and I'm still concerned about Captain's ult there, but I feel like they stalled enough time for them. I think it was just for a stall for Mio to able to like push up your mid and try to get his timing.
Yeah, I would like Mio went a bit faster there, but I mean, either way, I mean, Aberrated with that double completely spoiled anything they tried to do in that round in general, as it looks like, once again, it is going to be a potential slow to be the operator once again in the pocket of Santi here with the tour de force, and will be able to find Jacktron to start everything off. That's huge. The KJ is gone. The top frag for Ice Fishers is gone, and that utility is going to be sorely missed as we are going to get back into this next round in a 4 versus 5. What will Ice Fishers decide to do?
Looks like they're gonna slowly go up market. Turret is broken. Have no flank watch, so this will be a good round if Paradox is able to pull off a flank.
Yeah, and we'll see how the defenders are looking to defend this A site. 2 players are towards it, so that 2v2 will be quite interesting overall. They will spot out where the Astra is as well, as Vinyl's continuing, just making so much noise towards this area. The bomb slowly still is not even towards the A site just yet, as Piff pushes out, will find a pick on the Aberrate, eventually making this a 3 versus 5, and this round is looking extremely hard for the Ice Fishers to win. They would need to clutch up again. We've seen it before. Can they do it though? Every single member of the defense is playing in the same type of area. Flowers will be able to find one. Nice kill by Rod with the overdrive, as Rod pushing forward even further will be able to find Mio as well. Just cannot fight this Astra. It is too hard to kill, and it's a triple for Rod. 11 to 10 now for Paradox, as we are going to get another interesting round. It's a thrifty from them. I was not expecting them to be able to do this, but once again, they just really catch Ice Fishers off guard.
Felt like Rod finally woke up on the Neon and said, "Hey, you know what? It's tighter now. We're getting pushed off. If we lose this map, we're going into lowers. I don't want it to happen now. Let me wake up, use this ult, and get my 3."
Yeah, I mean, that is exactly what Paradox needed to do to get back into this one. Finally, the overdrive really finds its mark, but this game is not over by a long margin. Both these teams can buy into this next round. If Ice Fishers lose it, though, they will no longer be able to buy into the match point potential. So I wonder how everything will slow down, as slowly it looks like another mid hit from Ice Fishers, just looking to make a lot of space. But with this KJ utility, it's going to spot them, or the chamber utility will spot out a few of these players, of course. We don't know how many because they just shot it, but either way, a great start for Ice Fishers just to make space. How they look to convert it into more.
Yeah, how Santi's able to react here. Huge round for him.
Yeah, that's going to be a very nice dog there, just trying to bait out these players. Vinyls, though, gets caught with a flash, but it's not going to matter. Another bad position now for this duelist. Rod now in a bit of trouble. Will take a bit of damage, but Santi and Turtle finds all these picks. Ice Fishers imploding once again. Aberrated left alone. This surely is match point in favor of Paradox. They just cannot figure it out. They're throwing their lives away, and Ice Fishers lose another round.
Looked like Vinyl was trying to like combo with the Astra Stun onto Turtle, and Turtle barely avoided it and was able to pick up the opening pick so well from him. And also, Santi is holding his ground, not giving up the space, not giving up the pick, and not giving up the sight. Is helping Paradox stay in this game, especially with him and Turtle shooting their gun.
But do not discount what Ice Fishers can do with the lower weaponry, and Paradox back with the Operator, and ZRZ has the Odin, so both his teams can play into this round quite hard. But of course, Paradox has a huge advantage with that Operator, with that Odin, and just overall has that weapon advantage. It's no ultimates available just yet, but can be picked up to use in this round, as 3 players of Ice Fishers are looking to head into the A site, as two players are looking to play from mid. We've seen them trying to go A with a variable success, but I think Paradox has definitely been favored in this scenario quite a lot.
Especially with Zedith's Odin. If you're able to get the 2 picks, this can be a very, pretty much the end of this game right here.
And they've been really good for those picks too. I mean, it is really favor them a lot of the time, but guess who gets caught this time? It is ZRZ, can pick up the Odin is what they're going to try and do. Now, will they be able to find value with it? ZRZ definitely caught in the middle of no man's land in a 4 versus 5. What will Ice Fishers do to defend? Can Paradox fight back? They have the player advantage. The player advantage is now tied as Aberrate falls. Piff finds a huge kill through the wall, and that means the gun will be gone. A slow flank here from Mio has to be the absolute hugest thing ever for this team. Will be able to find one. Rod is peeked out. Will fall as well. The Mio stays alive, has the Astra utility. Somehow does not get picked at all. And this is just looking so tragic as Mio finds a triple. Santi left alone. This is a chamber. You cannot 1v3 this when the time is so low. Mio saves another round for Ice Fishers. It's 12-11.
Oh my gosh. Mio's came in clutch so many times. This guy has the clutch genes built into him. I mean, like, saw it in map 1 and saw it again here. He's just really consistent, knows what he's doing, very calm with the aim, especially with the Sheriff. Able to find 3 and win the round for Ice Fishers to get him back on a bye.
I can't believe the clutch factor in Ice Fishers some of these times is we're going to get a last second P10 here, which is,
Oh no.
and we're going to see if Vinyls can get back into the game with 3 seconds left. Barely gonna get back into this one, and we'll see what both of these teams can look to ultimately do. And I mean, hey, cannot have your duelist lagging, especially your duelist that has had quite a bit of trouble in this game. So playing -1 without any information is definitely not the way to go overall.
Also, especially P10ing on the last round, a little fishy, you know. Yeah, a little ember there, you know. But hopefully, he's able to fix his computer, and hopefully with like his lag coming down, he's able to find more picks and more impact for his team. They do have 3 ults on the side of Ice Fishers, and could be pretty much need to use all 3 here to get onto a site and just win the round to push out OT.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can ultimately do this. We're going to go back to our BRB screen. We'll be back to you in just a second to close out this map. pew, pew, pew. All right, we're back here for potentially the final round of this map pick of Paradox. We're getting straight into things. We'll see what everyone can look to ultimately do. It looks like a lot of defenders are going to be rotating over towards the A site, but over towards B, this chamber is going to look to be a menace. Be careful, operator. This operator might look to stare you down, and this could spell the end of this map if it ends up happening, but baits out the shot, won't be able to fall just yet here as slowly the rotates are looking to come in. Vinyl's looking to do a flash, will whiff, and only a shot will be found as Turtle finds Vinyls. That's a huge pick for this Astra and will make things extremely interesting. Of course, the Cosmic Divide was a complete bait as this A site is now completely for free. They're going to be able to set up perfectly. ZRZ knows what's going on, has the Ares, but won't be able to find enough right now. But Jacktron finds Rod. That's absolutely huge for the Ice Fishers to get right back into this. And it looks like everyone is going to be playing off-site as well because of this KJ ult. This lockdown is going to be so annoying. And guess what? So will this Cosmic Divide. And everything is going to look to come down to this. They can't hear if this spike gets planted, but what can they hear? This Nightfall. This Nightfall will be absolutely huge. They all have to push off of this. They all have to play with this because this utility is down. The Armageddon actually will come through now. They won't be at the half, and Jacktron finds a pick. Santi will be able to find one as well. The Nightfall hits. Who can find these picks is the question. They can't get on the spike. Aberrate finds one. Jacktron with the triple, and Jacktron gets a quadro. We're heading to overtime.
What a round. What a fake Cosmic Divine. Able to like draw so many rotates all around to the B site. Getting the site for free and just playing. They have so much stall util. So much.
Yeah, and it's going to be now a timeout here. Our first timeout of overtime. So Ice Fishers were able to get that back in general. Plush, the coach, is going to be forcing it upon them. So this is where they want to win it. This is where the game can definitely end. Of course, both these teams, they went 6-6 on their attack. They went 6-6 on their defense. What happens here? I think Ice Fishers definitely have the advantage on their defense. I think both these teams have their advantage on their defense. So I'm really curious to see what Paradox will be able to perform on their attack.
So like it's gonna be a blow for blow. They're gonna be trading round for round. It's gonna be the first person to make a really big mistake. If Paradox does one round here, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be over. Paradox has to keep it clean and try to keep it as close as possible because they are known for giving up these easy rounds, or the rounds look winnable for them. They will just throw it.
Yeah, and I am curious overall to see who can find the particular advantage to give their team the win. The first blood matters so much. Whoever can find it really gives their team an opportunity. Of course, a lot of time there is some peculiar things going on with both of them. A lot of throws overall. But once again, we're going back to Ice Fishers playing aggro defense, and Paradox, they're making the call to actually fight it this time. This could be an absolute bloodbath to start us off.
Especially how like much Ice Fishers likes to take mid. If they're able to catch you guys mid, it could be over with the round.
This fight matters everything here. Who will be able to find these picks? You can see Paradox wanting to fight this. Vinyls has to be careful. Will fall, instantly giving away their life. Win trading, question mark. As it's a huge advantage here for Paradox. Absolutely nothing done there besides some sort of tilt play. Jacktron has to defend B now. What can they try to do? What can they accomplish with having a -1 player for absolutely no reason at all? As how will they try and do this? Jacktron, can you find a huge clutch here? Rod dives in, finds another pick, and that's absolutely huge for Paradox. A 3 versus 5 advantages. Aberrated. Gonna need some help here from Captain, but Captain is no match for Turtle right now. Aberrated is falling. This is a potential flawless for Paradox. Mio, alone and afraid, stuck in an awful position to get your hands into. Will be able to find one, but Piff closes it out. It's a 4-man staying alive for this team. Ice Fishers, what are you doing?
I don't know what Vinyl is thinking. Like you did it every round during your defense, their defense, running it down mid. Paradox is so smart, able to pick up the indicator. Like, hey, Vinyl's gonna push this, and if we get this pick, it could be over. Also, it just really helped that they're able to find Jacktron because Jacktron's usually known for holding down his site. like getting at least one or two before falling, but just getting him down super early just helped them like secure the round.
I don't think a 0.25 KD is that great either. Either way, the defense here now needs to clutch up once again. We've seen it many times before. What can Ice Fishers do on their attack to really try and nail their get back into this? Because hey, they're in an awful position. Of course, this chamber utility is going to be annoying. We'll spot a few of these players. We'll force them off art as once again a very slow defense from Paradox. They're looking to catch these players off guard. They're looking to catch these trolling players like this potential Yoru right here, but will not get spotted by that. Could actually open up an area for Vinyls to attack this A site. This might be absolutely huge, but Rod's actually still watching it, but has the timing in general. Vinyls, this is your time to shine. Will you have paying attention enough? We'll be able to find one, but gets traded out by Rod. But that is a positive trade overall. That is minus all that fade utility as we are now heading towards the B site. The top frag for Paradox is not there. Can they find the picks? Turtle finds one. The bomb falls. Jacktron finds the trade, but Piff gets another. It's going to be a 2 versus 3 for now. Piff now forced out. Can you find the kill in the halls? Captain will be able to find it, but again, they do not have the bomb just yet, and they still have to fight these players. You have to get these smokes down to save your team a bit. But Rod will look for the fight, will find the kill. Captain staying alive for now. Can you find it? No, this map is over. Paradox brings us to a map 3, 14-12. What a map from Paradox to get them back in this.
Paradox, what are we like? I'm surprised they played trades. They played trades so well there. They're able to get a pick, and then we seen Turtle fall. Piff is able to get another trade, and then Rod just able like to clean it all up. Like that was a great map from Paradox. Way to bring it back and push to map 3.
Yeah, very intrigued to see how it all goes. But I mean, hey, if it's not a map 3 for our first playoff game of Boba Bash, then I don't know where you'd be at. We are heading to sunset in just a few minutes here. Please catch us very soon. Welcome back to Boba Bash playoffs. The quarterfinals is about to end, at least for the first game, the first series between Ice Fishers and Rozo Paradox. In the first map, it was a stomp for the Ice Fishers, winning 13-5 in the last map. It was a back and forth brawl, but ultimately Paradox able to win that one out 14-12. Now we're heading right back into this game here. We're on Sunset. It is Ice Fishers starting on attack. It is Paradox starting on defense. I'm Rhodes, joined with Luna and Trenton in the observing booth. Luna, how are you feeling as this crazy series is about to finish?
You know, at first I started losing the hope. I thought Ice Fishers was gonna get the 2-0. Then Paradox started to wake up in map two, thanks to Santi just going completely nuclear. There's a lot of clutch plays from Paradox able to like, bring it back. They're not wanting to go home early. They want to stay in this upper bracket. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, and I mean, we need to see these teams definitely have a better game than before. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of clutch performances from a lot of these members, but overall, just play a bit smarter, play a bit simpler, because once you start over aggressing yourself, once you start giving away your life, it can blow up in your face. And hey, that's a comp that I think you're very familiar with here, Luna. A bit of a sage in a chamber going.
Pretty much what they just did is copy the Ember is comp. This besides they're using a Sova, which honestly we were talking about it too with Ember of doing the Sova because of the changes to Fade. But we'll see how they'll make it work. I know how this comp's usually played or how we play it. I want to see how they can kind of replicate it, especially with Piff on that team used to be part of Ember, so he knows how we run it.
And here we go here. We'll see how everything is able to get set in stone. The pistol round means so much to both of these teams. Ice Fishers have won 3 out of the 4, only 1 in the pockets of Paradox Force. It was the first one of the last map that really gave them a chance and gave them a good opportunity to get the lead here. Santi back on this chamber. Top frag the lobby last time around was super critical, or at least the top frag their team last time around was super critical in their victory in general. So that's the player I am looking towards to potentially win this map for Paradox. As we start here, the defense is looking to be aggressive. Rod gets flashed up a bit, will sit on that wall, gets hit in the head, but will not fall just yet. So good opportunity for Ice Fishers to really try to attack this site, as the defense is going to back up for now. Of course, it's 3 members here of Paradox able to defend against the ZRZ. Finally, no longer on the Fade. We'll be jumping on to the Sova. We'll see how they will be able to make that work. But for now, this attack will be a slow-moving one.
Hopefully Zed's able to shoot and get his value here, especially on the Sova.
For sure, and it looks like these stacked players on A are going to be the ones that are looking to win this round, potentially. Aberrated has to be extremely careful now playing on the Yoru Vinyls on the Neon, where they played in the first map and was a big instrument to success. Did give away their life quite a bit, but definitely did a lot of good things. Paradox, though, pushed way too far out. ZRZ is going to be caught here and will follow the Aberrated. A great start for the duelist here. Can you find potentially anything else? Piff will be able to find a trade right back, and somehow Piff stays alive. Should heal themselves back up the full. And it is a very nice bounce back. But the rest of this round is yet to be decided. The bomb is planted. It's a 4v4 retake for the side of Paradox. What will they be able to do? This is not the best retaking comp in the world, as Captain will be able to start us off. A great paranoia will be found by Vinyls, and everything else should fall. Another test around for Ice Fishers. It is a team ace, a very nice team ace to be exact.
I just love how the way Ice Fishers was able to slow down, make like pretty much almost pull Zed off like on a rotate and Piff, and able to get an opening pick and take over the site.
Yeah, I think Paradox got very jumpy there too. Just kind of completely rotated off and just didn't stay their course. They picked the wrong 50-50, and that ultimately gave Ice Fishers this round, it feels like.
Yeah, especially with Sunset being a very like, if you cut noise, they're gonna force a rotate.
Speaking of potentially cutting noise here, it's going to be the defenders pushing up and the attack trying to not make too much. Aberray might get caught out here. Big splash. Aberray will be able to find 1 HP though. Will have to move back for now. as this defense is looking to get cut down. We'll be able to find a few picks. Mio, though, with a triple, won't be able to make it a fourth just yet, and won't be able to find it in general. Santi will find a pick, but a lot of damage down. That is not a bad round for the defense whatsoever. Paradox able to find a few picks and a few damage, but this round goes to Ice Fishers 2-0. Now this is where things get interesting.
Especially now with the buys from Paradox. It looks like they want to get aggressive, but also like are really jumpy. So as long as Ice Fishers is able to stay really consistent on like making noise, cutting noise, re-hitting, Paradox will be moving and rotating way too much to get and they'll get an open sight.
Yeah, and I wonder who will be able to find the first blood, though, in this round. That could really decide quite a bit of things. And Vinyls going to go so fast into this market area, finds an opening pick, will give their team an advantage. And Aberrated able to find Santi as well. And Ice Fishers going right back to the roots of game number 1. And Vinyls is going to look for a bit more here, going to push all the way forward. Can you find another pick? They're not paying attention. It's a triple. Make it a quadra here for Vinyls. They heard me in the last map. And is showing up now a flawless for this team.
They said, hey, we didn't like how we ran last game. We played way too not aggressive. Getting right back into the aggressive route, showing why they are the top seed. Hopefully able to keep it up and just keep running down Paradox. It's working for them.
I mean, I would argue they played too aggressive in the last map, and that really hurt them a lot of the time. But I mean, either way, Vinos being able to find picks at least helps the confidence, because was one of the factors of why they lost that last map. Just could not find anything on these fast peaks, and will be able to find something there. Won't be able to find anything now, at least just yet. Will teleport back to Santi as the attack is looking to go potentially a bit fast. We'll get that orb, but on the other side of the map, it's going to be Jacktron finding Piff. That is a huge opportunity, and will set the rotate in motion.
See how Turtle's able to, if he can find a pick.
Doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
The B side's completely open. Let's see if Aberrated is able to find this pick onto Zed with his lurk timing.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty nice rotate over here, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of value this Yoru can get. The teleport should be heard here by Captain. Turtle is in a rough position now, but this Phantom does not one-shot to the head, but it is two-shot. Actually, never mind, they didn't have armor. It does one-shot to the head. Anyway, we'll see if they can find anything else. Rod will actually be able to find Vinyls, making things slightly interesting, but this rotate from Aberrated is going to be just so annoying, just able to just crunch these players to death. Rod going to run out of ammo eventually. Mio finds a double to end things off, and if you hit tab, here's a pretty nice start. 6-1 for Mio, 6-1 for Vinyls, 3-1 for Captain, and 3-1 for Aberrated. Jacktron yet to die, as it's 4 in a row. And remember what we saw on the first map when Ice Fishers did this? It completely broke the game for this Paradox team. But they're going to be calling in a timeout. They're going to call in some cavalry because they need some help. They need some plays, and hopefully Piff can get them there.
Honestly, you know, there's Ice Fishers are starting out so strong, like we did see, like you said, seeing in map 1. But with Paradox, they just need to figure out what's going on. They're giving up way too much map control, like a lot of small things, and winning one-on-one gunfights. But if Ice Fishers continues to keep this up, I can see this like being an absolute slam. Hopefully, the Paradox is able to pick it up off this timeout, and Piff like gives them some guidance.
Yeah, there are 3 Rozo teams in this tournament here. Well, I guess 2.5 in a way, yeah. But hey, we will see what all of them can potentially find in value, especially yours, which you're on the same side of the bracket as another one if you both potentially win here, which would be very fun. But either way, we'll get back right into this one. Can Paradox potentially meet one of their friends in that winner's final position? But they still have to get back into this map. They need to figure it out here. 4 kills amongst them currently. Can they find a bit more? As this paranoia from Turtle looking to stare down the sights of A, but they're not really fighting it. In finals, we'll be able to find one. Mio with the trade. And suddenly, once again, 4 versus 3. Another favorable opportunity for the side of them, but Santi going to look to be aggressive, will be able to find Captain, and ties this thing right back up, and makes this Ice Fishers team question, where could these Paradox players be?
Auntie's been getting really aggressive in B main, and this is the first time I found value, and hopefully it just can convert around for them.
They will hear that drop off, but that wall will be able to stifle their attack, or at least the sneaky attack they wanted to do. But Jacktron gets the smoke they were looking for and is able to bypass now. Mio with a perfect opportunity to give their team. They just need to wait for Jacktron to find this quick flank. Sees both of the players. We'll be able to find one. Can you find the second? We'll get help from the team, and Jacktron finds it as well. Mio, great smoke, Jacktron. Amazing shots. It is all up the turtle now in a 1 versus 3. Needs to clutch up or shut up, because this is an awful place to be on. Doesn't spot is aberrated, but Jacktron will be spotted out. Survives though and makes Turtle's position totally known. This Omen is in no man's land. Has the paranoia to use the paranoia, but hey, you're just spotted out by everything. The cage now makes a noise. What are you supposed to do in this situation? Because this round is like 99% over. Yeah.
Gets one, but I mean, what a play from Jacktron, and also from Mio, like getting the smoke up there, getting Jacktron his timing, able to pay off, get the sight down, get the bomb down, get another round up 5-0. If Paradox doesn't do anything here in the next couple of rounds, this could be just a quick, easy 13-3, 13-4.
Yeah, can they make this another fast map? 3 ultimates in the hands of Ice Fishers, 2 in the hands of Paradox as they're looking to defend A again. We'll see if that paranoia will be used early, because the Nightfall is going to come crashing down and they have to be extremely careful with what's about to come down. Nightfall hits at least 2 members at will. Vinyls finds 1 with the overdrive, finds 2. It's up to ZRZ on the site. Can you find the pick? No, Vinyls with a triple. Looking so good compared to last map. Up to 10 kills in this one. And this is looking like an over round already. It's 4 versus 2.
Yeah, Vinyls came online. He finally woke up, got too comfortable, probably map 1 or going into map 2. But my God, he is frying.
Yeah, will the frying be able to continue? Santi now stuck over here. The ace probably won't happen because of where this chamber is, but overall, what a round here. Captain ends up stealing it. Might get a bit of yelling from that one overall. Either way, Vinyls 11-2-0 right now, looking phenomenal on this Neon. As Paradox, they're going to look to potentially buy into this next round. I would say it's probably a save, but overall, they're in the deep end of hell.
Yeah. What's going to happen here probably on the side of Paradox is they're going to get this operator pocket op up for Santi, and probably like just trying to get picks. They really need to find something. Anything can help here right now, just to get on the board and get your confidence back.
Yeah, that tour de force will look to come out, as you said, but unfortunately, a hit is not where people are currently heading. But at least the guns are being in the right sites. Turtle and Rod are looking to defend B for now. 2 players are going to be heading up for Ice Fishers towards mid to try and create as much chaos as possible. I believe they did shoot that market wall down, so nothing currently there will be disposed of. The smoke will dissipate from Turtle. A bit worried is what they are currently thinking, potentially, of course, but you never know. Slowly this hit will come, and it's all on the back of what these players do in market. Can the Neon survive? Might have a bad timing towards them, as Turtle will follow the Vinyls to start things off. The other way gets flanked. Rod is fallen, and now Aberrated able to find ZRZ as well. Absolutely beautiful attack from Ice Fishers. Aberrated has double in the round. Santi left alone. This chamber found so much value early in these rounds in the last map, but right now Ice Fishers are giving this chamber absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's like they're perfectly guessing what site they're on. Another probably flawless round here.
Yeah, you had the jinx the flawless, but this round is over either way. There's nothing Santi can do. Maybe finds another pick, but with the slow flank from the Omen, I mean, it is done, dirty, and dusted here. A very nice round from Ice Fishers. And, I mean, that's exactly what they needed to do. They just need to keep finding these picks, keep finding these openings. Santi will be able to find a third. But, I mean, if we're looking at the money right now, all 3 of the players, essentially, 2 of them at least, were maxed out on funds. I mean, it is 7-0. This round is just, or this game is looking so good, and I just don't know what you do. Like, The entire Paradox team has as much kills as Vinals does right now. Just put that in. That is just the facts currently.
Yikes. Yeah. Honestly, I want to see how Zed's able, because I know Zed is the IGL for Paradox. I wonder what's going on in his mind. Like, he needs to wake up and try to find something for his team, because honestly, right now, it just looks like they're doing the same exact thing every round.
Yeah, looks like Vinal's going to look to be aggressive again. Forces Santi off that angle. The wall from the Sage will be shot over by Jacktron. Piff was not expecting that whatsoever, as Santi in a rough position now, alone and afraid. Turtle does find Mio towards mid at least, but it doesn't matter currently. It's a 4 versus 3. Vinal's looking for more. Will be able to find it. Can you find another? No. ZRZ will be able to get that one.
See if they get caught up on the point.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what they can do here, but Turtle will be able to make this even more interesting. This flank will come through. Captain will be able to find one, though, and everything is falling apart. Captain with a double. A very nice one right there.
8-0. Oh my gosh. I don't know what they should do. I mean, Isis is just playing phenomenally. Like, it's pretty much, if it ain't broken, don't fix it type of deal, and it's just working out so well for them.
Yeah, everything that could go right is going right now for the Ice Fishers. They're 8-0. They're looking so strong. Vinals with another double. At least they don't have ultimates in this round besides Captain if he can get an orb, so there is that. And Rod gonna look to set up here a Paranoia and an Overdrive coming through, but they're just gonna back off. They might be fine here. No, Rod will be able to find one. Can you find the other? Jacktron will be able to find that pick. It's gonna be a 4 versus 4, but a lot of damage done is gonna be something positive overall. On the other side of the map, you have to be careful here. Mio is in a rough position. Santi so far push up, but falls anyway. What is going on? Paradox just cannot find an answer to literally anybody around this map. And as they push up even further, Jacktron might have timing on these players. No, ZRZ will be able to find one. Vinals gonna look to push this anyway, and will get another trade in their favor. 3 versus 2. They're gonna look to go towards B. This is all up to these players now in this site, and actually Piff has a great angle on it. Can actually look to fight back these players. It might be a bit of a stuck situation, so they're going to go all the way back towards A. ZRZ, though, can you find Vinals? Vinals doesn't know exactly where the Sova is. Might get spotted out slightly, but no, they will be able to find the first. Emilio finds the second, and in a chaotic round, we will see how everything can transpire. Captain has this beautiful Nightfall available. As Mio gonna look to play super aggressive, has full utility. This could be a giant throw that this team is doing right now. As Piff has to be careful and will be able to find the pick. What a throw here for this team. Can Captain clutch out the round? No! A big misplay from Ice Fishers that could bite them in the ass for the rest of the game. We will definitely see, but it's 8-1. They are not scared at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're on the board, but I mean, you lost so much. 3 people dying. I don't think you have enough. I think they have to buy half next round. Ice Fisher is pretty much rolling around in their money. They can care less if they give up that round. Hopefully, Paradox is able to try to pick up a little bit of momentum from that round, but it's still just so not looking so hot for them.
Yeah, it's a rough situation. They used some ultimates, and at least this time around, they got the round win, so there is at least that overall. Ice Fishers, though, in the driver's seat. Their economy is in a bit of a weird, a worse spot than I thought it was going to be, but, I mean, they're still buying for the rest of this half, most likely. As ZRZ is going to be caught off this angle. You have to be careful here, Rod and Turtle. If you get picked off first, we know how this has gone before, but Turtle able to find Jacktron this time. Rod stays alive, and it is a great start for them. Maybe they can claw back some rounds. If they could somehow make this an 8-4, it'd be absolutely beautiful, but for that to happen, they need to find more than just one kill. Vinal's going to push out and will find a lot of damage on the Turtle, but like I always say, if it's not a kill, it doesn't really matter. As we're heading towards the B site, once again, is a slow flank, but Vinals and Abre will find kills towards A, will make these players rotate, but look at Santi. Has to be the hero of this round. Captain falls, the bomb is down, and makes this a 3 versus 3 again. Ice Fishers potentially And another throw of a round here. They just can't play with this player advantage. The paranoia will actually force Santi off of the angle they're currently on B, but they still haven't pushed out. They still can't have Vinyls towards the site. Anyway, Piff gonna go help now. The slow orb's gonna be so obnoxious as Mio peeking alone makes Santi win that fight overall. Ice Fishers just cannot figure out some of these rounds, and we'll see if they can fight back in it. Vinyl's in a weird position. Has to be careful to the right. This will decide the round. What happens? And doesn't look at the right angle. ZRZ in a perfect spot. And this round is essentially over. Another throw for Ice Fishers as Aberrated is forced to essentially force plant because you don't have time. You're forced to reload. And Santi with a triple.
Wow, Santi is their heart and savior right now. Is able to close up that round, get so many, I believe 3, and able to get that that pick onto someone in A and B main. Able to like just give the insurance to Paradox. I just hope they can keep it up. 8-4 half here can mean everything for Paradox.
Yeah, of course, Ice Fishers can just rebuy into this one again. Their ultimates are coming online, so they have a lot to use in this one. But hey, if Paradox keeps catching Ice Fishers on these dastardly throws, it doesn't really matter. But Santi is going to be the person to really spot out this round. Is going to be the person to really potentially lose or win this round for them. Playing super aggressive again. Aberrated will be able to find this time around. The wall comes out. Piff. It's a broken wall for a bit. They know exactly where the Sage is, but ZRZ able to find Vinyls on the other side of the map. The Sage surely is down, but no, able to find a pick as we turn to a different person. And we will see what Ice Fishers decide to do next. 2 players now towards the A site as we will see if they can potentially fight back to 3 versus 4 favorable odds for Paradox to fight right back into this one. This could be a very close map overall. Turtle catches Mio off guard, but is able to close it up anyway. 3 versus 3. I feel like we've seen this so many times here, Luna.
Yeah, also with the Hunter's Fury, see if we can get value.
Yeah, it didn't, but that's okay. You know, you stop the plant for like 5 seconds. You know, you got the whole team rotated now. That's value, I guess. Either way here, Jacktron playing in the smoke. Gonna look to play the slow flank again. Once they spot out all 3 of these members, I would not be surprised if he pushed forward, but I think this time we're gonna play for the team. These one-on-ones just never work, and it looks like we're gonna try to do it again anyway. Captain forces a fight by themselves. Mio gonna look for one of their own. Can you find another? Yes, you can. It's a triple on the round for the Omen. And Rod left alone, screaming in pain, needing help. And Mio with a quadra makes us a 9-2 half, and there's 1 more remaining.
Unbelievable. I feel like what's holding Paradox down right now is just the ability of them losing their ones. They're taking a lot of 1v1 gunfights, and they're just not going in their favor. Ice Fishers are really good mechanically. What I'm seeing so far is able to shoot and just land their headshots, and it's just hurting Paradox.
Yeah, for sure. And I do wonder if Paradox can figure out this round. I mean, they have 2 Buckies and 3 rifles. It's going to be so hard for them to do really anything in it, but hey, you never really know, as once again Santi is going to be looking to play aggressive. They have 3 players this time, though, towards this area. The Judge going to find a bit of damage as the Dimensional Drift gets walled off for now. Aberrate able to spot out where Rod is, so Rod will definitely fall back on that area. Piff has to be a bit careful now as well. And they will just teleport right out. All that information gathered, nothing really matters because Turtle now needs to be the hero for Paradox. Does not want to go 10-2. Vinyls has to be careful. Will get shot once, will get shot twice, and will ultimately fall. Turtle stays alive. No one even fought on that either. And it's another and gigantic opening for Paradox to give their team a chance in this eco-ish round.
Also have Fate and Jacktron on this B site. Could try to re-hit it. Santi's there.
Santi in the great position. Will you be paying attention enough? No, Santi will fall and gives Captain an advantage. But of course, the weapon now will be upgraded for Turtle. But can they get on the site in general? Because Turtle finds Jacktron. It leaves all alone to Spade. Needs some help from the rest of the team. But hey, they're both in market. They're nowhere near helping. Is Turtle able to find another kill? Another thrown round, I would say, from Ice Fishers. They just cannot figure these type of ones out. Yes, they're still up in the game. And Mio's making it a bit more interesting. It's a 2 versus versus 2 now. Can he be another savior as Aberrated 1 HP in a dream? We've seen this situation before, and it definitely did not favor Aberrated. A nice round there from Turtle and the rest of Paradox. It's 9-3. Can the Kurtz come by and say hello?
Those Buckies, I mean, yeah, they weren't like we had two Buckies and a rifle, and those Buckies did so much work. Turtle able to find, I believe it was Vinyl in their spawn, and then Rod able to pick up 2 with a Bucky. It was a great buy by them. Now let's see if they can win this pistol. Paradox needs the pistol to catch some momentum. If not, it's gonna go all Ice Fisher's way.
Yeah, and I mean it's 9-3. Like this pistol means absolutely everything. Even the even the rounds after, I can't speak English anymore. Even the rounds after means so much to Paradox to be able to just chip away at any part of the lead that Ice Fishers have. But we'll see how the defense goes. It was very interesting last time around overall. And hey, you never know how these players can play, you know. My first language isn't English, it's Canadian, you know. So we'll see if I can get this cast done here as the B hit looking to potentially transpire for this Paradox team. Can they get it done though? Oh, Santi, 1 HP. He stays alive. We'll be able to get a Sage Heal, so that's actually not too terrible overall for Paradox, but the rest of this hit does matter a lot. Piff, right-click City onto Captain, and that will give their team a huge advantage. Once again, Ice Fishers just can't stop doing 1v1s on the sites, and they lose it again.
Yeah, and Turtle able to find another one in market.
Great start here, and this could spell the end of this round right now. Jacktron will get the only kill so far for the pistol of Ice Fishers. Mio can't find another, and a nice start again for Paradox in this next half. They really needed it, and that's how they can get going. But Ice Fishers, again, why are we taking so many ones? Play as a team. This is a team game. We're not playing solo queue League of Legends. Just make sure you try and figure that out, as it is just a pistol at the end of the day. And they're looking to run down mid, and we'll see if this attack from Paradox can look to potentially defend against the super aggro we know Ice Fishers to be.
Hopefully, with this shorty from Vinyl, if Santi isn't looking for it, it could be like an easy kill for him.
Vinyl's pushing super far up with a shorty. Won't actually spot the chamber, so might get shot in the back of the head, but no, Santi will back up for now. There's 2 players here playing very defensive. It's a freebie site 100%, but do the attack know that it is free? Well, they do now. So it's going to be a 5v5 retake potentially. Santi actually falls. That's a ghost down, but it's only a ghost, and Piff is the one. The bait was it all along. We'll be able to survive, and this round is essentially over unless we can see Ice Fishers potentially find a huge pick. Turtle with some big whiffs, but it doesn't really matter. It needs to be a huge clutch here for Vinyls. We've seen Vinyls be absolutely instrumental in this map so far, but it's just too much. Turtle really turning on the Jets, top fragging their team now, 12-13-1, but slowly getting back into this.
Paradox just finding a way to try to keep themselves in this game. They need to continue this. If not, like they have the momentum right now. They just need to find anything to keep this momentum. Even if they lose rounds, just keep the mental up, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 4 rounds now, and if you can win this bonus, something we've seen the Ice Fishers do against them so many times, then things get extremely interesting, and the collapse could be there, but Ice Fishers are a super strong team. They will hold you to these types of fights, these ego fights especially. You have to be smart enough to them. You have to be paying attention, because they will fight you. They are not scared of you, because they want you to fear them. As we'll see how this first fight starts to happen. Vinyls will find some pot shots, but Captain finds Santi, and this start of the round is exactly how Ice Fishers like it to be, but 2 of them are super low HP as the attack is looking to commence. Captain with the haunt will be able to find the ping, but the kill won't happen. Jacktron pushes down though, will be able to find 2. Can you find 3? Not yet, but it's a 4 versus 2. Piff won't be able to find a gun upgrade. The Ghost in a Dream. Ice Fishers make this 10-5. A bit expensive, but overall, a very solid round for them.
Honestly, you know, Paradox lost that. Look at their money. They're able to buy fully and kind of hurt Jacktron and Captain, because now they are forced on, well, at least Jacktron has to go a Phantom No Shield, or if not, another weapon. Hurting their econ, and hopefully, like, they can convert this round.
If I was Jacktron, I would probably still just run some sort of sheriff build just so you can potentially run a hero rifle afterwards, or at least just look for an upgraded gun in general. I usually like if your team can just hold 4 rifles, but with how they're actually setting up, it does make sense why Jacktron bought a Guardian, because Jacktron has 0 friends heading into this round, spots 4 members on the A site, and it's extremely slow rotates coming through. Either way, we'll see how this attack ultimately looks to hit. Jacktron has to be careful. The Guardian isn't my favorite to defend when there's a smoke in front of you, of course. As Aberrated in such a forward position here in the smoke. What are we doing here? The latest teleport you could have done will fall. Santi will find Vinyls as well. The duelists are gone. And this round is looking over for Ice Fishers. A throw, I wouldn't even say a throw, just a blunder of a round here for them. And very solid for Paradox to catch them on it.
See how Jacktron could play this. Possibly could be good for 2.
Mio, can you find these picks? No, you will not. Turtle playing so strong in this upper position. It's a triple for them. Santi picks up the final. And this makes the game very interesting. It's going to be an eco now for Ice Fishers. This could be 10-7, and things are not done just yet.
Actually, on the side of Paradox, having the stage res also does not mean that if you go down in numbers, like it's over. Able to pick up someone else and just pretty much a 6v5 if Piff can stay alive.
The thing about that res too is that with how Ice Fishers like to play, they like to play super aggro defense. So if they're pushed off that angle and the Ice Fishers find a pick, you're able to just get that res right back because it's in your area, and you can just play off of it so easily. So I'm interested to see if that actually comes to light. As Vinyl's gonna find some classic shots, no kill just yet, and the heal will most likely be used on some of the members. A very nice clone there. Aberry trying to bait out some members, but again, these are just pistols. Won't be able to find the most damage in the world. Vinyls will find one, but ZRZ and Santi with a solid round. They'll actually invest the resurrection. I'm not sure about that decision, but hey, if you're not confident, why not just confirm this round overall? Aberry and Jacktron, though, able to find a few picks of their own. Uses the neural theft. Again, ultimates in this situation are quite peculiar, but whatever. Jacktron falls. Captain left alone in a 1 versus 3, only with a sheriff in hand. Spots out where the player is. Should be able to find Turtle. But will it be enough? You need to have some clean sheriff shots to win this one. You'll be able to spot. You know exactly where both these players are. Only finds the toes of Piff. And this is looking like a round here for the side of Paradox. Expensive round for them, of course. But overall, I mean, this is exactly what you needed here for them to get back into this. A team ace overall. And we will see how this next round goes, because this could decide the map potentially, or at least will get Paradox fully back into it.
Also, I think the stage res was used for econ wise, because if you look at the econ, they could have just, hey, res me, let's keep the guns, let's keep as much guns as we can. If not, let's keep our money up if you can buy everyone else. I mean, it could, yes, they lost a lot of numbers there, but it also helped them out because they were able to convert the round and keep most of their money.
Hey, fair enough at the end of the day. Again, I think they still have decent econ either way, but yeah, I do understand that point of view as well. I think it can be thought about either way. I don't think there's really a correct answer overall, so I mean, hey, they picked that situation. They're confident about winning these rounds. That's the thing. They want to have that money just to give them that ultimate advantage. So even if someone falls, they will have that upgrades overall. The Cypher utility will find 0 values thus far, just being an annoyance to Paradox as the rotates slowly come in. It's a 5 versus 5 rotate. We're about to get some chaos on the floor.
No one's going to hold Piff from, and someone swings out of market. He is dead here. And a lot of trust with the turtle here.
Chaos is gonna come if you like it or not, as the paranoia comes through. Overdrive is gonna be used. Vital sprints right into a wall. Trades are going back and forth. It's a 3 versus 2 now in favor of Paradox. Rod with a double, and it's all up to Captain. Oh my Captain, you cannot win this round. You are outnumbered, outgunned, and it is 10-8 now for this team. Absolutely beautiful for Paradox. They're back in this game. A timeout is going to be called by the coach of Ice Fishers, and it is not looking good now. Another thrifty round is going to be needed for Ice Fishers to get their momentum back, because, hey, they have only won 1 round out of the last 6.
Also, this doesn't really help, like, Vinyl and Captain both using their ultimate abilities here and getting absolutely 0 value with it. And going into a save here, like you said, is just really crucial. This timeout from Plush like needs to tell his team, hey, we need to like lock in now. If not, this game could be over, and Paradox can pull the upset of the entire tournament.
I mean, upset it may possibly be. Of course, Paradox, they weren't really the lowest team on. Of course, that Group 2 was very good comparatively of what we saw in Group A, where we ultimately saw Ice Fishers be able to dominate in. So I'm very intrigued to see if some of these teams can fight back, and maybe Ice Fishers, maybe they're just not used to fighting this much of strong opponents. That Group 2 has some crazy scary people in it, and we'll see if Paradox can continue to look like the underdogs as we're going to continue into this next round where Ice Fishers have almost completely lost their lead. They have 3 sheriffs, a stinger, and a ghost. Mio top fragging once again with finals, but has less deaths. We'll see if that matters at all. The attack heading towards A, and it's all up to the Cypher that is left alone and probably a bit afraid.
Let's see how this fade works. If they are able to break this trip and a 3-man flank, we saw it before. This 3-man flank or their stacked flanks are really like they'll catch multiple people off guard and get a ton of picks.
There, once again, Cypher utility will be able to find a few stuff, but it's not able to find a kill until Mio finds the smokes. That's a huge opportunity. If you're able to win this round, it's because you take down the smoker. But can you find anything else? This double flank has to be huge. The paranoia will force Rod off this angle for now. Piff has to be good, but once again, they don't watch their angles, and everybody falls. It is going to be another round for Paradox, as once again, Ice Fishers just cannot find the right angle because Paradox are playing it so good, and this is going to be quite an interesting one now. This could be a potential tie game in a moment, as Paradox, they're almost all maxed on money.
Yeah, and if you also look at like the scoreboard, there's no really like tell for Paradox. It looks like the whole team just playing together, all getting their frags. You could say Piff and Turtle are carrying, but it's not really that big of a kill difference. On the side of Ice Fishers, it's usually just Mio and Vinyl just trying to put the team on their back.
Yeah, and we need to see them do it once more as Vinyls gives away their life potentially as Rod will fall. Just kidding. Finds a double aberrated. Finds another in a round that I thought was actually not that great of a situation. It's not bad. Now it's Turtle in the flank. Will be able to find Captain, but will not be expecting aberrated in this area. It's a 1 versus 3 now. Vinyls and aberrated. I wasn't expecting that to work with how much Paradox has been expecting these types of plays. But this time, Vinyls and aberrated are able to find it. Gives their team a chance. And they will retake a 2-round lead if Piff cannot find the Magic Dragon round that will squander them. Has healing, has a slow orb. But I'm not sure it's enough, especially with how well aberrated is set up. And Piff is not going to check this.
Wow. That round could have been so winnable inside of Paradox if Piff was somehow able to find a kill, plant, you know, just the what ifs. But also a great round by Ice Fishers, able to capitalize when they really need it, able to bring back some money. Everyone has guns, but Paradox is still on a full buy probably for the rest of this game, if not this round.
Yeah, they need to win this round either way, though. They need to not get into that desperate area where they're down to match point. Santi, ZRZ, and Rod with those ultimates have to be huge, but are they expecting Ice Fishers to push them again? But this time, towards the B site. Aberrate waiting with this flash. They're not expecting it just far, but once this flash comes through, will it be enough? It will come through. Vinyls gets full flash, but Aberrated finds Rod. It's another huge pick for the team, but mid now is where I'm laying my eyes on. Look where Captain is. They're not expecting this either. Why would they know a fade would be here as Vinyls finds Santi? Somehow, again, Vinyls is showing up for the clutch after questionable round after questionable round. Is now having a banger of a couple. Piff left alone towards this mid area, has to defend the spike. Somehow Captain has it fully wrapped around his finger as the flank here from Turtle is looking to be the savior. Potentially Piff still staying alive and will be able to gather the spike, but Turtle now should be able to tie the player count back up. Yes, they will. Mio not paying attention. The resurrection comes through. Aberrated able to find one. Mio finds one. It's all with the ZRZ, the resurrected failure from another Nether. What can you do right now as ZRZ slowly pushing Mio? Gonna teleport away, and they're gonna look to actually play with their team here. The bomb in the hands now of them, and can they find this pick potentially? It's going to be so difficult. It's going to be so hard. Around the map is, for some reason, my map just went away. I apologize, chat. I don't know why that just happened to us, but hey, we're just going to move on. And we can't see the sightlines. We cannot see the players anymore. I don't know why. That's really unfortunate. As
both coming towards a boba.
Yeah, ZRZ in a perfect position for this. Will be spotted out. Will be able to find one. Will be able to find the second. ZRZ clutching out this round. Absolutely beautiful in IGL clutch.
Wow, that was a great round. Yes, you wasted all your ult or just a sage ult, but putting Ice Rushers back on another save. Paradox is just, hopefully they're able to convert this round. They really need it to put on a tie game. You already know they're going to try to fight you and run you guys down. Can they expect it?
Now an eco for Ice Fishers, like you said, and I mean, what a throw once again from Ice Fishers, giving Paradox, leading them the way to victory potentially, as they're going to look to fight this now. We still don't have the sightlines, but at least we have the map and UI back as Mio playing aggressive. Captain finds one as well. Makes things interesting. The paranoia hits, but can't find the gun upgrade. It is still very playable for the rest of these members as this flank won't come in just yet. Still players towards there. A lot of damage being done to all of these members. What can Santi do here? Won't get stunned out. Will get full flash. Will survive, though, as they give away their life. The duelists say thank you for sorry, the duelists give away their life to give Paradox a chance in this round. The HP advantage is still not there, so it's just going to be tied. And now it's only guns. Jacktron has to clutch up or shut up, because right now, Paradox are able to take back this round once again. Piff playing up through mid, going to try and play through their mini wall here. Knows exactly, played the wall beautifully. Are they expecting it? I doubt they are. Captain not going to be expecting this Sage in this area. Will fall. It's a 2 versus 3. And it's going to be another tragedy after another tragedy here, potentially. They just don't have the guns to fight back in this. They had the 3 versus 5 advantage, and now it's down to a 2 versus 3. They're all playing through the spam position, and there's nothing they can do about it. They don't have weapons. They don't have hope, except for Mio, that is able to find 2, but can't find Jacktron just yet. He finds the round. Santi can't get in. It's a thrifty as Mio clutches once again for Ice Fishers, the only hope for this team.
Wow. What a round. I thought Piff was going to sell it with the flank, but looks like when you try to play a spam on Sunset, I mean, you got to at least throw someone to run them down. You can't just leave it up for them to defuse. But, I mean, now we're on series point for Ice Fishers. Full buy. Can they close it out here?
They need a hope. They need a prayer. It is not looking good now, but hey, they only need 2 rounds to tie this up. Ice Fishers can lose this round or if Ice Fishers lose this round, they're back onto an eco. Vinyl's sitting here in alley as Turtle finds Captain with the trade. So the smokes are gone for both teams. How much will they matter those? We're going to be able to see the gun lines, but can't see the players through anything else. Rod with the overdrive won't be able to find any value just yet. Vinyls, though, in a very solid position, will want to break this wall eventually, scared of what the Sage can contract. It is a 4 versus 4. It is a pretty blind round for everyone in between overall. And we'll see who can potentially find the rest of these kills. Jacktron will be able to find one. Pimp with the trade as the neural theft will be used. Ice Fishers looking to close this one out. They have to try and clutch this one. Jacktron will be able to stick this bomb. It is over. Ice Fishers narrowly win this series 13-10. What a try from Paradox, but it is not enough. 2 beautiful steals of that spike.
Wow, 2 defuses to end this map. And series, what a series. Props to both teams. Really hard fought maps. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that is a heartbreaker if you are a Rozo and or Paradox fan right there, but sometimes it does just not blow your way. And of course, Mio is gonna win that series MVP or first playoff series MVP to that Homan player. I mean, absolutely exquisite gameplay there, and I mean it was just a crazy map all around. And I just I really feel like Paradox should have ultimately won it with how many throws of both sides happened, but this time around, it was just Mio. But either way, what a round, what a series, and we will see how the rest does transpire. We're going to get our interview here in just a moment.
Wow, what a series.
At least, hopefully, in just a moment. Yeah, we can
Wait, he's in the
drag
waiting
over,
room.
please. And
Hello.
hello, hello.
Hello. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So my first question is like going into these last couple rounds when it was tied up, like how were you guys feeling? Like what was like not trying to give away too much, like what was plush telling you guys?
Um, well, we don't need to give away too much to acknowledge the fact that their mid was wide open. So we started taking advantage of mid a lot more often. There was a round where we were on an eco and we had them all contained in A main. It was I think a 5v3. But that was just an adaptation from Plush. Realized that mid was wide open, so we started running down there.
Uh, um one my last question is like like after this game, like you guys know you guys play Mask. Like what's your steps and process going into that?
Well, for starters, our defensive halves especially on Sunset. Like you can see right there, we were winning a lot less rounds than we were on attack. So honestly, just cleaning up our retakes, our comms on these retakes, and just like keeping it simple generally.
After the first map where you guys absolutely dominated, when you went to the second one, it kind of felt like you guys were super up and down and trying just giving away your lives, especially at the start of the rounds. What kind of went into the third map where you need to clean it up a bit? Was it just say, hey, just stop playing our lives a bit more, or what ended up happening for such a big success, at least at the start of this map?
Well, to be honest, our Pearl is uh one of our worst maps. We've haven't actually played with that comp as a full five yet. So that was our first time going into that. Uh, Honestly, just going into Sunset, being able to put Pearl behind us and just like telling ourselves to adapt quicker to what they were doing on the next map, I think helped us a lot, especially on that attack half.
Just for you in general, River Mio, you guys, or sorry, you specifically, how do you think you specifically has progressed throughout the season? Because you did just win the series MVP with all your clutches and everything you were able to do in that. Overall, how do you view your progression throughout this tournament in general?
Well, the first couple series that we were playing in were tough for me going in. It's still been a learning curve, being the IGL for this team, but I've been doing my homework going into playoffs. We had a super big break coming in, so just trying to, hone my skills as an IGL, as well as my skills as a shooter. I have zero intention to lose, and I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to support my team the best I can.
I mean, fair enough. I'm very excited to watch you guys play on, I believe, Sunday. So, very interested. And hey, you guys are an amazing team. So is Mass. So I'm sure it'll be a great series. But thank you very much for the interview. And thank you, everybody, for watching the stream today. We'll be right back with you with, I believe, on Friday or sorry, yeah, on Friday for some more playoff action coming up. I'm Rhodes, joined with Cringe in the Observing Booth and Luna. We'll see you next time.